Definitely
No, because
cats.
cats would be because cats are domesticated dog. They could have strangled us at any point in our lives, but they were like, "You give me food, that's fine." Dogs, they would get too excited. They're like, "We're going to the park," and then you dead, and then they'd eat you, and you're dead.
Well, no, I'm not talking about like accidental strangling. I'm talking about with intent. A cat would strangle you with intent.
Okay,
I
a
think
cat
a
would strangle
dog-
you with intent.
Well, I think a dog will take you out directly. I think a cat would build some sort of Rube Goldberg machine that would actually like just completely destroy you on accident, and they would just like laugh while it happened and just watch aimlessly.
And it starts with them just like knocking your cup off the table, and
Yeah,
you're
it's
like, "What are you
and
doing?"
there's a string attached to it. Just what the heck? And then things start flying around, and you're like,
There's
"Oh
like a
no!"
dart that comes out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's like two Halloween
that's
hands just
valid.
come down and strangle you, and you're like, "No! Why did you go, spirit?"
It's singing like trick or treat, trick or treat.
No, they definitely.
That's terrifying now.
I'm gonna sleep good
it's-
tonight.
Wow.
You know.
Well,
I mean, Brandy's sitting
You know?
here looking at me. She would strangle me right now if she could.
I believe that.
Feed your cat so you don't get murdered. That's the lesson here.
She's on a
feed your animals in general.
timer.
You are a sick son of a.
She's on a
Gonna kill that
timer.
dog.
So many
She's
dogs.
gonna-
He's the bad guy.
14 dogs.
no.
Jesus Christ.
That's more than we have in Fetch Quest so far.
By a lot.
I'm
That's a
saving.
tomorrow night problem.
I'm saving my resubscription for tomorrow just to twist the knife.
Oh,
Wow.
heck.
Wow.
Oh, heck.
Wow.
Oh, fuck. I didn't even think about that.
Beautiful. I appreciate
That's
your
gonna be-
patience and your
That's going to be
commitment
so
to the bit.
sad.
Mhm.
Brandy,
It'll be wholesome. It'll
Uh,
be fine. I can do wholesome for three sessions.
can you?
I'm going to try real hard.
We're going to
Yeah, I was
find
going
out.
to say,
Yeah.
a valiant effort. All right. Well, hi, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. Thanks for tuning in. We are live from the apocalypse. If you have not seen us before here doing our thing, we play tabletop role-playing games to raise money for good organizations and progressive causes. I think I reversed those. That's fine. That's our whole thing here, and we like doing it. So thanks for coming and checking this out, and I hope you like what you see. And yeah, if you do like what you see, the way that we do things on this channel is basically we just ask that if you like what you see here, I realize that we're on twitch.tv, the purple site, but instead of doing the normal things like subscribing through Amazon or giving us bits or anything like that, we ask that you take the $5 or the $6 or however much you can spare really dollars that you would be giving to us or spending on a sub, and give it directly to the organizations that we are fundraising for. We are currently fundraising for the International Rescue Committee. Not only are we currently fundraising for the International Rescue Committee, we are halfway to our fundraising goal of $2,000 thanks to the Veilbreakers crew from Sunday night. We hit the halfway mark, shout out Veilbreakers, and yeah, that's pretty amazing. This is definitely the fastest we've ever hit the halfway point on one of our fundraising goals before. So well done, everybody. So if you, donate to International Rescue Committee. Don't subscribe to us. If you have to pick between the two, we can't stop you from subscribing to us. And especially if you have like a Prime sub that is included in your Amazon subscription, feel free to throw it our way if you want. We literally can't stop you. I think I said that already. It's fine. However, just be aware, as you may have witnessed, every time someone subs to us, Brendan Lee Mulligan does kill a dog for every month. And I think we're already like 22 dogs deep at this point for this stream. And that's not okay. Somebody should really do something.
Keep going, you know what I mean?
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, somebody should really do something about that man. He's a menace to society. But we're just here to play Dungeons and Dragons in Ohio. And if you've not caught Class Reunion before, the crux of that game is that all of the players are high school students from Ohio, or were high school students in Ohio, who found themselves transported to a fantasy world where they have been trapped for 10 years. They've been separated from each other, and they have grown into their lives there, grown into roles and learned magic and how to fight and all the normal adventurer things. But that game is currently on hiatus.
Oh.
And this game is our side story. Did you say canceled?
Yeah.
Temporarily.
Don't let Corey hear you say that. He doesn't know yet.
Oh no.
He doesn't know yet. He can't find out like this. Not like this.
Not like this.
Not like
Um,
this. Corey, turn away.
Don't look.
This, however, is a side story to fill the gap of time while one of our class reunion players is very busy with the holidays. And so this is class reunion winter break. This takes place in the players of class reunion's hometown of Avalon, Ohio. And the characters in this game are very different people. Our first session was 2 weeks ago. We're going to jump right back into our second season. And yeah, there's that alert command that I said I was going to make, and I did make it, and it's delightful. No regrets. So
No, not a one.
not a one. When we left off last time, we had just met our cast of characters who are all employees of the Avalon Historical Society, which operates out of a historical home called Wick House, belonging to the descendant of the founder of the Historical Society, Martin Wick, who recently took an extended leave of absence from the society in order to pursue personal matters. You were informed by your direct supervisor, Arthur Tully, the director of the Historical Society, that Martin was not sure he would ever return to Avalon. But he had made allowances and put systems in place to ensure that the society could still carry out its primary function, which, contrary to what you might suspect, is not educating the people of Avalon to the history of their city. It is, in fact, defending Avalon from the threat of magics, dark and otherwise. That is the function that this society plays. And in keeping with that, you were alerted that there was a big magical disturbance, a big fluctuation of magical energy occurring in one of the parks within the city. You made haste to get there, and upon arrival, you encountered a woman who appeared to be both dead and frozen. She tried to warn you away. You cast some magic on her. Ingrid specifically entangled her in some vines. And I believe 3 of you moved on to try to find the source of the screams you were hearing. Ingrid staying a little ways back on the path to try to maintain the magic. And the rest of you, the 3 of you, arrived in the clearing to see 2 large, hulking figures with sickly green skin and prominent noses and stringy black hair, menacing a blonde woman in a torn suit. One of them you saw threw a broken, jagged tree trunk at the woman, who managed to dodge. The first one hit his fellow in the chest, and the one who got hit just yanked it out, and you saw the wound start to heal. And that is pretty much exactly where we are going to pick up. So I think there's only one logical way to begin this, and that is by rolling for initiative.
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
heck.
Oh my
good
god!
times.
Oh my god!
Heck.
Oh heck!
Not great. Not great at all.
I'm sure it's not that bad.
It's not the worst.
What are your characters' names? Okay.
Hey, you works pretty well.
Yeah, we didn't do introductions, so I don't know. I don't know who any of us are.
Yeah.
Oh shit, we didn't do anything.
no.
You're right.
Don't
Hey,
do it. Don't go back.
nope,
You.
it's too late. Hold on.
Don't go back.
We're going back. Hey, everybody. What's up?
No.
My name is Will. I'm one of the GMs and the organizers for Live from the Apocalypse. Everything I do is under this here Live from the Apocalypse umbrella. So if you want to keep up with that or see any of that stuff, follow the channel if you're not already, and the socials and all that other good stuff. And I run this game. I run our Masks podcast, and I do some other stuff. I'm going to run a game soon, starting next week. That is a Digimon game. You should check that out on Wednesday. I don't have to talk about any of the other stuff that's happening this week because Andy is here, and that makes my life nice. So that's me. JD, you're up next. We're speed running.
Oh dear God.
Speedrun.
Okay, cool. Hi, I'm JD. I'm playing Ambrose Asher in this game. I also play in the regular Class Reunion and Academy H, and I will be playing a dog in tomorrow's Fetch Quest. And we will leave it at that for the time being, since we are doing a speedrun.
All good, Raph.
Hello, my name is Raph. I am playing Ingrid Garcia. I'm playing the OG campaign too. I play as Max Miller. I got a 3 on my initiative. Hold on, wait, that's not including
We're doing introductions. Don't give me your initiative roll.
Okay. Did you know that stars travel usually in clusters or pairs? They usually have star companions. However, our star is a lonely star, does not have a companion. How sad. Go cry about it. Bye.
Hashtag
love-
Raph facts. Julia.
Hi, I'm Julia. I'm your local Delaware cryptid. I play Hazel Petrovich in this game. I play Kelly Violet in the usual Class Reunion, and I play Lyra Kroll in Class Reunion, which means not Class Reunion, Academy H, which means you should come back for all of those. I'm Hexwet on pretty much all social media. Goodbye.
Yeah, Andy.
No. Done. Nailed it.
right.
Hey, I'm Andrew. You can follow me at Boom Man Grenade on Twitter. I mostly just do a bunch of nonsense there. Also on the channel, running a bunch of games. Tomorrow is the debut episode of Dungeons and Doggos, and then Thursday we have another episode of our Table Talk Let's podcast where we're going to talk about combat. And then there's a bunch of other stuff happening. It's all on the channel. It's on the socials and Discord. Check us out.
Hell yeah. All right, we did it. We nailed it. Now we're
Nailed
going
it.
to combat.
Yay!
Honestly,
So we're re-rolling initiative, right? Is that what you said?
yeah,
Right?
for sure. Honestly, I think maybe we should do that all the time. That was great.
At the speed run,
That was
Yeah.
amazing.
the sweating. Like, damn.
Listen,
Take a breath.
it's good. I feel like it brings the energy up, to kick things off a little bit.
Get the heart rate going.
Mhm.
Yeah, exactly.
Real intense.
Okay, cool. All right, Ambrose, what'd you get for initiative?
15.
Could be worse.
No, that's actually good for Ambrose. I have a +1 to initiative.
Hell yeah. All right, Ingrid.
I rolled a 3, so that's +1 is 4.
Hazel.
I also got a 15.
Hazel, what's your dex? I'm going to assume Ambrose is more dexterous, but I don't know that for sure.
I don't
My
think
dex is 3. So it's a 16.
Yeah, you're
Ooh.
more dexterous.
Okay, never mind then. All right.
I'm here to
And-
throw hands and commit murder.
Valentine, what'd you get?
I got an 11.
Very good. All right. And Hazel had more dexterity. Checks out. Cool. All right, let's get some of these other ones in here. And last but not least, cool. All right. I'm gonna do some quick roll in here, and we're testing out these new dice that I just got, which I'm very excited about. Shout out to
Ooh.
Foxfire Dice.
Ooh,
On
what kind of
Twitter.
dice?
Yeah, let's see him.
I can't.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can show you because my camera doesn't autofocus, but they're like
Ooh,
they have skulls in them.
it's a shiny
You
blur.
you cannot see, but they are pink and they have skulls in them.
That's really cool.
Sick. I love
Yeah,
it.
Those
thank
are
you.
those were the fundraiser
matches
dice.
Your We Are the Union poster behind you.
They were, yeah. So actually, fun fact, I won this commission as part of the Day of Tales thing, that Tales from the Table Studio, and I sent the dice maker the We Are the Union album art and was like, "Do you just want to use this for inspiration?" And she was like, "Yeah,
Oh,
this
that's
is gorgeous. I would love to do this."
That's really cool.
That's it.
Yeah, it's very,
Perfect.
very cool. Okay, cool. That is not a very good roll, so we're not off to a strong start with these dice, but that's fine.
It's good for us.
Yeah, I'm not complaining.
Yes. Yeah,
Those
yeah,
are player
I wouldn't
dice,
imagine.
actually.
Right.
They start giving the goods.
Okay. A very interesting spread going on here, and I am going to have to I'm going to have to set the scene just a little bit.
Ooh.
Please put
Yeah.
us in the
So-
snow.
Paint us a
we
word
don't
picture.
have So yeah, we don't have any character art for these fine folks. So go ahead and grab the like little circle tab if you scroll down that matches your fancy. They are class related, but I could not tell you which one is which.
Can I just use
Oh.
Kelly's orb? It's still in here.
If you want to use Kelly's orb, sure. I don't see how
Cute.
that could get confusing.
I mean, Kelly's not going to be here. She won't know.
You make a good case. All right.
I want to be a little ghosty.
Yep, I'm gonna use the gear.
That sounds right.
Oh, it's a little goblin boy.
Okay.
It's a
wait,
fellow.
How big am I supposed
Hello, fellow.
to?
Yeah,
No,
they're a
they're
couple
big.
fellows. Yeah,
Big boys.
they do.
He's going to be cold.
They do be a little beefy. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Hmm.
They don't look cold, shockingly.
Hmm.
How hard are their
They
nipples?
give they give no indication.
I was about to ask what their PRs were, but that's so much better.
I'm so sorry.
I don't like that.
I'm so
Like, are they pulling like 5 plates or what? What are we looking at? 6 plates? How crazy is this?
With their nipples?
No, just in general. They're separate. These are separate topics.
Not anymore.
But also, now that you mentioned it, I kind of want to know.
Okay. Well, stick around till the end to find out.
You have to come back after the break to get that information.
Yeah.
Ew.
Gotta keep the
Oh,
audience
excellent.
one more, right? Yeah.
Okay,
Words.
sorry, give me 1 second. I have to do one thing. No, sorry. I just had
Side.
Andy was coming through Corey's audio source, and therefore the filters were set up for Corey's audio. So I was like, why does this
Oh.
sound bad?
Did I click the wrong link?
No, it was my fault. I just hadn't added your audio
Oh,
source to this scene. I had only added it to the first scene. So
I
not your
see.
fault at all.
I see.
You're good.
Gotcha.
Okay, cool. So here you can see our scene as we have it set. I will paint you a word picture. Basically, what you see are these two nearly identical green-skinned fellows of about 9 feet tall each, menacing this poor woman. She is sort of running as best as she can, but they're clearly toying with her. They're clearly like, she'll run in one direction, and then one of the trolls, or whatever they are, will leap in front of her path and stop her. And then she'll like backpedal a little bit. She's not screaming at the moment. You did hear a woman scream earlier, but you can make an insight check if you want.
Heck yeah.
Sure.
Like everyone right now?
Yeah, if you want to. I mean, anyone who you think would. I know that Ingrid is a little ways back, but I'll say that you can still see things if you want to.
I was gonna say, I feel like Hazel
okay.
would.
Yeah, no, Ambrose would.
Okay.
Go
I think
for it.
I'll say I won't because I'm distracted trying to like get a handle on like trying to get the best position, like looking at the ghosty lady I got in my
Yes.
traps.
You do have a ghosty lady.
In my traps.
So I got a 22.
Oh, that's
boy.
great. I got a 4.
That is very good.
Wait, that beats my 17.
My new dice, my new amazing dice.
Who are those from,
Okay.
JD?
Amherst dice, and they are treating me very, very well. I just rolled a 19, and I rolled a 14 on my initiative with the plus 1 for a 15.
Do we want to
Excellent.
do the thing where we go around and I say, and who are you rolling tonight?
Let's do it.
Like it's the red carpet. I mean, we kind of just did.
100%.
JD, who are you rolling tonight?
Amherst dice.
Wow.
Amazing.
Gorgeous.
love it.
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous. Raph, who are you rolling tonight?
I'm rolling shit. Depends on who you ask. Some local game store, and then these. Hold on. These are from the UK.
Seeing
Other
a flaw
random
in this
game
bit.
stores.
Julia, who are you rolling tonight?
I'm rolling dice that I got from my father that I took outside during the eclipse, and I let the little angel statue that doesn't have a head hold all night.
Okay. I'm
They
seeing
may
2
be
flaws with this
cursed.
bit.
The quiet. Okay.
They actually behave very well.
Oh, nice.
Good, good.
Not as-
Andy, who
yeah.
are you rolling tonight?
Well, I'm rolling 2 different sets. I got my standard D&D like epic dice, little metal chunky boys, clunk, and I got also my little misbehaving maiden dice that I hang
Oh,
on to for some damage. A little
Nice.
skull heart dude.
Nice.
There we go.
shout out Misbehaving Maidens. If you've caught our friend Rouge on any of the Live from the Apocalypse streams, that is her band.
Yeah.
Very cool. All right, well, those are our dice. You've met us, you've met our dice, and now I think we're gonna
We
we're
meet our
gonna really
dooms.
we're gonna really get into it. So with 22 Ambrose, and I'll say Hazel can perceive this as well, but the woman has a very determined or focused look on her face. She moves in a way unlike a normal person panicked in the situation would. Not that she is extraordinarily fast or doesn't appear to be extraordinarily strong or anything like that, more that she is experienced. And you get the impression that she is not entirely off her guard here, despite the fact that she is very clearly physically outmatched.
So she might know what's going on.
She may have some inkling. Hard to say for sure, but that's weird. I don't know why. Okay, that's strange. But anyway, yeah. So first of all, what is going to happen is these 2 individuals, these 2 green men, do not appear, if they are aware that you are standing there, they do not appear to have noticed you. So one of them is going to actually doesn't even have to move because of reach. Actually, yeah, no, I guess it has to move like 5 feet forward, and is going to attempt to strike at the woman again. Still sort of appears like he is toying with her. Does not appear to be trying as hard as he could be. But you're confident this would be bad if he actually manages to succeed. But he actually does not. She just barely manages to get away. I'm going to say actually that these long sort of claw-tipped fingers, they're really just more like jagged, broken nails than they are claws, snag on the back of her jacket and tear it to shreds. So it just sort of shreds off of her body, leaving her in this blouse, this like silky sort of expensive looking blouse. But she does manage to sort of throw herself to the side and get away, and shifts her attention back to that one where she was focused on the other one for a second. And that brings us to Hazel. Hazel, it is your turn in the initiative.
Okay. And correct me again, but there's no like just general identification roll
I will
in
say
5e.
I mean, not in 5e classically, but I will say that I'll say that you can roll arcane, or if you want to pitch me a different skill, you can.
The only other thing I would probably pitch it would be history, but they are literally the same roll. So
okay. I'm going to say that actually for this game in particular, I think arcane makes the most sense because in standard D&D, right, you could make a case for a lot of different things since magic is like such an ingrained part of the world, but in this game, it's very much like a secret part of the world. So it kind of makes sense to me that everything would fall under that esoteric knowledge arcane role.
okay, let's see what I can do. Okay, it's a 17 on the die, so 17. Dirty 20.
Nice.
With a dirty 20 definitely hits. So I'm going to say that, yeah, you are able to put 2 and 2 together, even if you've never faced one before, which I think is fair to say you haven't. you can put two and two together and figure out that this is a troll. Between
Okay.
like their physical characteristics and the fact that it healed when it got hurt, it's a troll.
Okay. In that case, what I think Hazel
if you have
is
any
gonna...
specific questions about the troll and what it can do, let me know. But I figure you probably know more or less.
I mean, can I ask if you can confirm something? So I know with creatures that regenerate, there's usually something that stops it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to remember what it is.
Yes, you would know from your extensive supernatural research that acid or fire will temporarily halt the troll's regeneration abilities.
Okay. In that case, I think what Hazel will do is she will say to the others, we gotta torch them. And then I'm gonna step 5 feet over here, and I will throw a firebolt at the one closest to the woman.
Okay.
Which I have to.
Yeah, Justin, fucking grip it, baby. Slug
It says
that
100
down, dude.
Ooh.
Shit, yeah, dude.
So Karen?
Crack one for the
And
big
Pam?
boy.
Yes.
Karen! Thank you, Will's mom!
Oh,
Thanks,
This
Will's
fireball's
mom.
for you, baby.
thank
Yeah.
you for the donation.
This fireball goes out to my mom.
It is not a fireball. It is not a fireball. It is a
Firebolt, sorry.
It is
Firebolt.
specific. And it doesn't have the kind of range damage concern that a fireball has. It is specific. Because
Okay.
it specifies it's a moat. It's also a cantrip. So I have to make a touch attack, or not touch attack, melee spell attack.
Yeah, spell attack roll.
Okay, that is a 16 on the die. 16. 22 to hit.
That's gonna hit. I'll tell you that right now.
I'm level 5, so it's 2d10. It is only 9 points of damage, though.
All right. That is not bad. You have potentially stopped its healing for the time being. I love you too. Have fun in Montreal. Eat a bagel for me. Cool. Is that all you're doing is the cantrip?
Yes, because right now that's all I can do. I identified it and shared the I identified it and shared the information with my fellows, and for now that's all I can do. Yeah.
Okay. My calculations are all jacked up. Sorry, my spreadsheet is not behaving the way it's supposed to. May have fixed it. Yes. Okay. I think we're good. Sorry. All right. So that's all you're doing, which means that next up in the initiative order is going to be Ambrose.
So first question, how far away are the creatures from me?
So each of those little squares is 5 feet.
Okay.
So I believe, which one? Are you the skull?
I am the skull.
Okay. So then about what? It's about 20, 25 feet away from you where you're standing right now.
Okay, perfect. Beautiful. All right, so I think what Ambrose is going to do is, first of all, listen to what Hazel is saying. And I will say they tend to show up for these fights in one of two ways. They are either like seeking the adrenaline rush, or they look actively bored. And tonight is a night where they look actively bored, and in fact are even just like kind of staring at their nails, and like you wouldn't even think that they'd been listening to Hazel. But they are first going to they are first going to kind of sigh, bite their tongue to draw a drop of blood, look at the two trolls and say, looks like the two of you are in for some bad luck, and cast Bane on them.
Cool. All right. I like that a lot.
Dope.
Fuck them.
That's very good. There's no save, right?
I think it is a charisma saving throw of 14.
Cool. All right. Well, you know
You
who's
can hit
not
3
great at
creatures,
charisma?
right? What's the range on Bane?
30 feet.
So yeah, unfortunately, the dead woman is a little bit out of your
Yeah,
range.
a little bit
Yeah.
out of there.
A little bit. All right. I don't see how they could possibly make these, but here we go.
Never say never.
Well,
That's fucked
I
us
did roll a
before.
natural 20.
See?
So
Oh, hey,
See?
you all do
but
it
the
again.
other one only got a 4. So
There we
Okay.
go.
Cool.
now I do have to ask, does an 18 still succeed?
And 18 succeeds.
Okay. All right. So you got one of them.
Cool.
Do you have a preference? Which one?
I do not. No.
Okay. Then I'm going to say it's the one that is closest to the woman who already went in the initiative round. So they are baned, and the other one manages to kind of shake it off. Well, what does it look like? Is there any visual aspect to it, or is it just you making yourself bleed?
So I think in this instance, it's not so much a visual aspect, it's an audible aspect. So for the team in particular, they would know the difference between when Ambrose is just saying something off the cuff randomly and when they are casting magic is that their voice starts to overlap and almost echo. And it always sounds like their voice, but there are all of these different layers and levels to it, and that is when you know they are activating their abilities.
I love that, and I dig that a lot. So the troll that you did manage to bane gets burned by Hazel's spell and kind of rounds. You have its full attention now. It seems to forget the woman even exists, as it's very, very enraged by this pain that you've caused it. And as it turns, Ambrose, your spell takes effect. It's kind of like glowering at Hazel, looks like it's about ready to charge at her. And your spell kicks in. And it I think, just like takes a step back and puts its arms out as if trying to balance itself, like almost like vertigo.
We love it.
Okay. Very cool.
And I am going to do one last thing. So as a
yes,
bonus
please.
action, I am going to look at Valentine, and I'm going to say, nobody burns hotter than you. And I'm going to give you bardic inspiration.
Let's fuck him up.
Wreck 'em.
That's-
Interestingly enough, it is Valentine's turn.
hell yeah. That's a D6, right?
Let me double check that.
Just so I can put it off to the side and remember it's there.
At 5th level, I think it is.
Blushing.
Oh,
I know, right? The
It is
tension.
a D8.
oh,
actually.
even better.
Yeah.
Is it hot in here or is it just me? That's weird.
My
What's
God.
going on here? Cool. Yeah, Valentine nods at that and is going to move about 10 feet forward in front of Hazel for a second. And he just shrugs off the weird the proton pack backpack that he's been wearing and just says, Dimitri, defensive mode. And the backpack hits the ground, and you see this two tank tracks kind of pop out of it, and it has a almost Wall-E like shape as it forms into this little robot. But instead of the two cute little Wall-E eyes, there's a turret that comes up and then just circles one way and another as things kind of click into place. And you hear it just go acknowledge, and is all up and down as the turret nods in acknowledgement of the command.
Incredible.
And then as a bonus action, I'm actually going to cast, because that's an action. Bonus action, I'm going to cast Sanctuary on the woman next to the troll.
Okay.
Oh.
And I just pull a little device off my belt that looks like a tiny little shield with clips on it. and just throw it at her. It's a range of 30 feet and just like kind of clips onto her and like a little shield goes around her.
Okay.
Love
So
that.
they have to make wisdom saving throws if they want to target her for attacks.
Okay.
And then they can still do it. They just have to succeed. Otherwise, they have to find a new target. And you said the troll on the left was the one that got all bamboozled?
Baned.
Does
Yes, so far that troll has been burned and baned.
Cool.
Does Owlbear let us identify them in some way? Because
Yes.
eventually they're going to
Let me
move,
do
and then
that.
I will forget.
Yeah.
You're correct. Let me
DM
do
puts
a,
two trolls under cups, shuffles them
see.
around.
I hate that game.
I'm bad
Troll
at that
1
game.
is the Troll 1 is the one that is burned and baned.
Okay.
Okay, perfect.
And then Valentine will finish his move and run basically in front of Troll 2 and kind of pulling out a pistol with all sorts of like arcane sigils on it as he goes. That's his move.
Okay. And you are right up in that troll's, the second troll's grill.
Yep, right up in
And
there.
actually, right up in there. And it is actually that troll's turn. So, yeah. That troll, since you were polite enough to just sort of get right up on its face, is going to yeah, cool. That troll is going to try to strike at you.
Bring it.
All right.
You fell right into my trap. I want him to hit me in the face.
You fool, DM.
Okay. 11, I'm assuming is going to miss you.
Yes.
Okay. So that is it, like sort of like bending at the waist and trying to snap to bite your head off in its jaws, full of these like jagged teeth that are equally as broken as its own nails.
I kind of shoulder
And
into like the defensive gear I'm wearing, so it just kind of knocks off to the side.
Okay. And then you become aware as you manage to shrug off that blow of these two big muscular arms coming in at you from either side, basically just trying to sort of pincer you. You don't know if it's trying to grab you or just hit you a bunch, but you see that out of the corner of your eyes.
Hell yeah.
That is a 26.
That will definitely hit.
Had a feeling. All right.
Anything I can do about that? Probably
Great
not.
question. Okay. Then you're gonna take 14 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Don't forget
And,
you have 3 good berries each.
Oh, heck yeah.
That's true. And as one of those claws, as those claws sort of rake across your back, I'm going to say that you kind of like shift your weight to try to focus on blocking one of those, and the other one hits you. You feel the nails sort of dig into your back, and as you are slashed, obviously there's that, burning pain of your flesh being rent, but on its heels, there is this sort of coldness that
Don't like that.
seeps into you and sort of spreads out from the location of the wound, and you're going to take 5 more necrotic damage.
Oh,
Ouch.
no.
No save?
Now
Brutal.
no save. The claw attack that you just leaned in to try to stop you are going to successfully stop that. So you sort of lean in and you block one arm. You can tell me what that looks like, but the other one manages to hit you in the back and cut into you a little bit.
I think it's just good strategic maneuvering to like take most of the blows on the armor and one just catches him in that like spot in between in a weak point of the joint.
All right. In the after, okay, yes. All right. So you feel that sort of coldness slip into your skin, into your body, sort of seep into your whole being. And I think at that moment, you start to notice that there's a smell in the air, a very, very unpleasant one that you have smelled for some time now. And at first, you sort of chalked it up to like the sewage treatment plant that isn't far from here. And then, thought maybe, well, that woman in the path looked kind of dead. Maybe it was coming from her. now that you are up close to this thing and you have sort of a second, you realize that it is 100% coming from this thing, and this thing just smells like it is rotting from the inside.
Oh.
Don't like that.
It is very unpleasant.
Let's burn this garbage.
And actually, yes, as you notice that smell, as you sort of observe that, you actually start to see a few patches of its skin on its face start to sort of turn black and sort of shrivel back, revealing sort of the musculature underneath. And that sort of miasma radiating off of it is going to force you to take 11 more necrotic damage.
What the fuck?
Hot damn. Okay, still good.
Just fucking up his business like this.
I do owe a concentration check, so hold on.
Okay.
That's good.
Oh, for Sanctuary?
Yeah, they're both good. Because they should be 10 each. So yeah.
Okay. Very cool.
So 12 and 17.
All right, cool. So your shield is still very much in place. She is standing within the sort of bubble of semi-translucent energy I'm picturing that you created. She is not moving, almost as if she understands what it is you did. At the very least, she seems cognizant of the fact that inside of this, she is safe, and she is not going to risk moving out of it. So after you feel that miasma sort of creep into you and that coldness from the wound sort of start to spread throughout your body.
I also had one thing to, when casting the spell, I would just yell at her, run, or get back or something.
Okay, fair. All right. If you do that, then she will move. She is going to try to pull back. And I'll say the one troll that can... Actually, no, I think they are going to both try to swipe at her as she moves through their threatened areas. But they have to make a wisdom saving throw?
Yep, wisdom saving throw, DC 14.
And I think they also have to take the -4 from Bane. Or not -4, the D4.
Yeah, what D4?
The D4.
The one does, yes.
Yeah.
So we'll roll for the gross one. Actually, no, we'll roll for the baned one first, since she has to pass that one first. And that's a fail even without the bane. The other one is going to attempt the same thing. And these are very half-hearted swings, which is why they both miss. It's clear that their hearts are not in it. They are very much more focused on all of you. And she does manage to get past them and move a little ways off to safety. I'm going to put her right there.
Great success.
Okay. Great success. Good job. Smart thinking. Love to see it. Save the citizen.
Good job.
A little ways back on the path, Ingrid, you had entangled this woman who had this these sort of intense bruising around her eyes and like this chalk white skin that was sort of tinged blue in the extremities, like she was severely frostbitten. She had this sort of scraggly hair and very just a gaunt appearance. Honestly, kind of what you would imagine. And I'm not to tread in too dark of areas, but Ingrid being an outdoors person and a hiker and all of that stuff. If you've ever seen a
Park ranger
body, if you've ever seen the body of somebody who died of exposure, she resembles that quite a lot. But I am going to have to do a quick glance at what exactly Entangle prevents her from doing, and if she can escape it. Yeah, I just got it.
She
It
can
prevents
do,
her from winning.
it Entangle.
Restrained.
They can
use its action to make a
saving
strength
throw.
check.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if not, she's restrained.
Okay, cool. Interesting. All right.
Okay.
Radical. So we'll start off with that strength check and we'll see if she can make it, but I have a feeling this is not going to be her strong suit exactly. Yeah, what's the DC?
14.
Okay, 14. So she actually does manage to make it, and so what you're going to see happen as these vines and things have and branches have wrapped around her limbs and kind of held her in place, she struggles against them, and a combination of her physical strength, which does appear to be somewhat impressive, given her how she looks, but mostly the vines and the plants at the points where they are making contact with her skin start to wither and die. And a moment later, she has managed to free herself from them, and she looks at you. You're not sure if she smiles at you or if she is grimacing or what. She is definitely showing you her teeth, but with her sort of rigor mortis face, it is very hard to tell what expression she is going for.
Mm-hmm.
But she is going to say, she's going to say, as she looks at you, "You should have turned back." And she is going to hold out a hand. A blast of icy wind is going to erupt out of it. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, no.
Oh boy.
Oh, dear.
Okay. My constitution is not horrible. Let me get my notes and stuff. Okay. Constitution, don't do me dirty now. That's a 13.
All right. Okay. Okay. I got to do some damage.
Okay.
No, it's fine.
Mhm.
Don't worry about it.
It's fine. It's really
It's
fine,
fine.
actually.
It's fine.
It's
fine.
actually like totally okay.
It is. It could be worse. You are going to take 28 points of cold damage.
Oh my god.
That's a lot.
Christ.
It is a lot.
Okay. Ouchie.
You're still up,
Ow.
I assume.
Okay. Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Not
all
by
right.
much, but I'm still up.
From the clearing, you hear the roar from one of the trolls. And she, after blasting you with that air, is going to look into the clearing and then look in the other direction down the path, make that sort of same expression at you again, and then just sort of meld back into the underbrush, like Homer Simpson disappearing into the hedge wall.
This is fine, and
Incredible.
I am sure will not come back to haunt us later.
Excellent.
Okay.
All right. And it is your turn.
It is my turn, and you
Yes.
fucked me, damn you fucked me. So she's disappeared.
She has. You don't know if she has left or if she's like lurking about, waiting to strike, but
she's
she has disappeared.
being sneaky. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna, in that case, I'm gonna stick to my plan. Let me just make sure. Let me see. Okay. Okay. I just stand up. I had my hands like on the ground trying to control entangle. I'll stand up. I'll leave entangle there. It causes difficult terrain, which may not be a problem for her, but who knows? And I'm just going to yell at my comrades and say, yep, so the ghost lady's in the ground. She might be coming at you. Also, Hazel, I can't do much as far as fire goes, torching, but I can do this, I guess. And I'm going to put my I have like, I don't think I described it the first time, I forgot, but she has like on her like ranger shirt, she has like a patch, and it's like a shooting star patch. It's like purple and cute, and then it's kind of like ruffled up. And she puts like her hand on it and kind of grips it, whispers under her breath, and then she's just going to throw out a shooting star to the baned guy, which is just a guiding ball. I'm just going to cast guiding ball.
Okay, cool.
So
roll to
I
hit.
need to do a spell attack.
Yes.
Oh.
Just guiding bolt his ass.
I'm just gonna guiding bolt him. It's no big deal. And hopefully things go okay.
Pew pew.
Okay, that's a dirty 20.
That is a hit.
Yay! Okay, cool. So I hit him for, whoops, I scrolled down too far. It's 46 damage. Where are my d6s? 2. Okay, I'll just roll this twice. That's 3. That's not very good. Come on now. Okay, that's 8 damage. But it's 46 radiant damage, just so you know. And then whoever attacks the creature next has advantage.
Very
Because
good.
it kind of stays kind of glowing a little bit.
He stay glowing.
He stay glow. And
right. Cool.
I guess, is it possible to just kind of like keep me wits about me and be like extra perceptive in case she pops up or something? I don't know if that's even a thing I can do.
Do you want to roll a perception check real quick?
For frostbite Franny.
Yeah, I'll roll a perception check. Let me see what my perception is. Hopefully good. It's okay.
Could be worse.
Could it?
That's gonna be a 12.
It could be worse.
Okay. You look around, and where you're standing, everything is quiet. Not like unnaturally so, but like you don't hear the sound of anybody moving through the underbrush. You don't see any like disturbances in the air, like maybe somebody was, hiding themselves magically or anything like that. There's nothing to indicate to you that she is still about.
Okay.
Yep. All right.
Rough.
And with that, it is our Bane friend's turn.
I'm so sorry. Wait, hold on, DM. In that case, I'm going to run to my veins. I won't run all the way because I'm hurt. I hear is good.
Okay. And I'm going to say that the baned troll friend is going to look down at his arm where the firebolt struck him and the burned patch of flesh there, almost as if he is waiting for something that is not happening. And after a split second of that, or a few seconds of that, he's going to sort of shake it off, refocus on you, Hazel, as the source of this current predicament, and charge at you.
Do it.
Yep.
Do it.
He's going to. Don't worry. Just need to do that. All right, cool. So he's actually going to move to, I think, about, I'll say right there, and strike at you from a little bit of a distance with his very, very long arms. So we'll start with that. That's going to be a 25. I'm sorry, a 24 to hit.
Sure.
Okay. For 10 points of slashing damage.
Okay. Well, after he does that, I think he gets Hazel. She tries to kind of do a little hop to the side and fails, and it hits her. And I think she takes the hit, looks down, and then she looks back up and just points at him, and she's like, "You absolute motherfucker!" And as my reaction, gonna cast Hellish Rebuke.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, cool.
Incredible.
So it can make a Dex saving throw.
I'm going to assume a 9 does not make it.
It fails, so it's going to take 4d10 because I'm casting it at a higher level. So it's going to take 4d10 of fire damage.
Yes.
More burns. Not his favorite thing.
Probably not.
That's just mockery for some real sick burns.
19 points of fire damage.
Jesus. All right.
Incredible.
10, 5, 1, and 3.
Yeah, no kidding. Okay. So he strikes you. And what does that look like? Like, you say this thing, and I imagine it's imbued with this amount of power. Where does the fire come in?
So I think when it happens, so when Hazel casts magic, it's a very subtle thing. I think it's just over her eyes, just for a split second. There's just a circle of silver where they just go flat silver. But so when she points like this, she just points at it. So the fire comes from the ground up its feet. Just sprouts, from the feet and just. But otherwise, Hazel looks very subtle when she casts magic.
Okay. This troll, not being the most intelligent being in the world, does not immediately realize that his feet are on fire. And then when he does notice it, he does this little sort of hopping back and forth dance to try to avoid it. But the fire, it's like a flash in the pan. It burns him, and then it goes out. He looks furious and more burned than he was before. Still very unhappy. He roars with pain and sort of lashes out at you more instinctively than anything else. I know one of these hits, but does an 18 hit your armor class?
18 also hits, yeah.
Okay, all right.
So both hit. The first one and the second one.
Gonna be rough.
Does that include with Bane? With the...
No, sorry. Yes, he's baned. Okay, so the 21 is still gonna hit you. I know that much. And however, does a 14 hit your armor class?
No, so the second one misses.
All right. Bane coming in clutch. All right.
Yeah. And I think she does just duck that one.
Cool. So yeah, what he does, he sort of swings at you more instinctively than anything else. One of them does hit you, kind of clocks you across the face, nails bite into your skin for 11 more slashing damage.
Today, sir.
Not today. And you did more fire damage to him, so that is good.
Yep.
And it's now your turn.
Cool. So that happens. She just takes she's just gonna take a 5-foot step back and be like, incredibly rude. And then I'm going to cast Firebolt at the second one that's in front of Valentine, because I don't think it has taken any fire damage.
It has not. Most notably.
Yeah, I want to fix that. So I have to make Ranged spell attack. 17 on the die. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. To hit him.
23 definitely hits, yes.
Okay. 10 points of fire damage.
Nice.
Nice.
So
Okay,
both of them now have taken fire
likewise.
damage.
Yes,
Doing
he
my
likewise
job.
roars in pain. All right.
But I do have to say, for the record, I have 12 hit points left.
Okay. Good to know.
That's not great.
No, it's not. We do not love it.
It's probably fine.
Somebody smack
You're
him.
a spellcaster. You can heal, right?
Yeah, I'm that kind of spellcaster.
Okay.
Well, actually.
Well, actually. So, in that case, you have burned the other troll. You've moved away. That was a good call. And that is your turn, I'm assuming, which means that Ambrose.
Fuck him up.
Okay. I've had to be thinking about this, and I've gone through like 5 different options and directions that I can go, but I think first of all, noticing the damage that my crew has been taking, I think we're gonna lean into the cantrips and not fuck around with the spell slot right now. So I think if you will allow me to use Vicious Mockery in this way, I think what Ambrose says next is they just look just kind of disgusted with what they're seeing and look at troll number 2 and just say, you know, I often have eloquent words at this time, but I don't see the point in wasting those words on a creature not intelligent enough to understand them.
Sick burn.
The troll replies, huh? But still seems a little upset, like a little hurt.
Oh, I can tell by your tone,
Good.
not your words.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
They're emotionally intelligent.
Looks a little sad.
You know, that's
This
a
troll.
shame. Shouldn't have fucked up my team. So I think it does have a wisdom saving throw on that.
Okay. Wisdom saving throw it is. Not their strong point. And a fail. That is definitely a fail.
Cool. So that one is going to take 5 points of psychic damage and have disadvantage.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Hell yes. Love to see it. Are you doing anything else with your turn? Moving? Anything else?
No, I am not moving. Because I can now see that Hazel is closer to me, and if I need to cast Cure Wounds on her, I can do that.
True.
Thanks, pal. What are you
Good
doing?
and cool. You've got him on the ropes. Valentine.
All right. First thing Valentine does is he takes a second to kind of assess the situation between all the claws and the biting. Is actually Dimitri would go first. Whirls up, and there is a little bubble that kind of expands out from Dimitri, hitting everybody within 10 feet of all creatures within 10 feet of my choosing, which should be us 3. That's technically 10 feet on the grid. And gives people 10 HP.
Oh.
What is the number?
What a sweet boy.
Yeah. Alrighty. That is 7 plus 3. So 10 temp HP for everybody.
Okay.
Nice.
Is that just like a little sort of pulse of magic?
Yeah, it's like just a pulse of magical light, and everyone has like little mini shields. As Dimitri like hums like the Mars rover, a like little completed like wash cycle song after it's deployed.
Incredible.
Dun, 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 dun. Bing.
Because he was he obviously made out of like a Japanese washing machine?
There are
That's the
definitely
real
components that
song.
have just been pulled from all sorts of nonsense, and there's clearly pieces from like a trip to a closing Sears that Valentine just bought everything he could to make
Bankrupt
this thing.
Sears.
Yeah. Fantasy
Weird
Sears,
closing sale.
you know.
Hit up
And
that
then I'm gonna-
Sears on its last day of business.
Right. Then I take my action. Troll 1 still is the one with advantage on it, right?
Yes.
Troll 1 now, yes, Troll 1 has Bane. Troll 2 has disadvantage thanks to Ambrose.
Yeah, but Troll 1 also has from Ingrid's
Guiding Bolt.
Guiding Bolt,
Guiding
yes.
Bolt.
Yeah.
As, yeah.
No one's taken like an attack on it.
This is the time, I think, to use this silly thing. I have a feat called Sharpshooter, where I can take a -5 penalty to attack roll and take a +10 to damage if I hit. So I'm going to fire. I pull up my arcane pistol, which is just covered in all these sigils that light up, just burning red. And I'm going to cast through it and basically shoot Troll 1 with a firebolt.
What are we talking? Are we talking like a revolver, like a flintlock? How does it look?
It's a revolver with slightly larger than even like your 38 standard style, like 38 or 44 style bullets. It's probably only 4 that can fit in the chamber because they look like they're special made.
It's the Samaritan from Hellboy.
Actually, yeah, that's a good call. Just like levels this thing and fires at Troll 1.
Nice.
So,
Get him.
Right, roll with advantage.
Okay. So the good roll there was a 15. I'm at -5, but +7, so it gets me a 12. And I'll burn Bardic 2 because I have that.
Get him.
Which gets me up to a 12 + 7, 19.
That is a hit.
Okay.
Get him.
This giant ball of firebolt from this thing. Cool.
It's very good.
Incredible.
Amazing.
Okay.
Rekka's
So is directing
yay.
Dimitri a go ahead.
Bonus action.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And then Valentine looks over at Ambrose and is like, we'll turn up the heat.
You always do.
Slams another round into the revolver.
Yeah, that blast of magical fire and a bullet that flew out of your gun hits that troll in the side of its head, and it kind of just explodes all over the side of its face and starts burning through, and it screams in pain this time. It doesn't roar in pain. As this fire, almost like this magical fire, almost like napalm, is adhering to it
Nice.
for a second, and just kind of burning through it. And he reaches up and he sort of grabs it with his hand, which it's burning his hand, and then he kind of throws it on the ground where it sort of dissipates into magical motes, as it would have anyway. But yeah, he is looking the worst for wear. One of his hands is blackened and it's starting to shrivel up at this point. Side of his face is almost completely gone. You can see through to where his tongue is, and yeah, one of his eyes is just completely wrecked and burned out.
That's what you get for hurting my friends.
He's not looking like he is in good shape. Valentine, that was a very good clutch turn. But as you have been distracted, your buddy who is standing right in front of you, going to try to double down on taking this opportunity to avenge his fellow.
Yeah, sounds reasonable.
Yeah,
also,
he does have disadvantage though.
Sanctuary does not actually require concentration, so that's kind of cool.
Oh, sick.
What?
All right, well that rolls.
Yes, as long as I'm conscious, it works. That's neat.
I have a feeling. 'Cause-
Incredible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Sanctuary is kind of just a break-even spell. It's like you're safe as long as you don't attack.
Right.
You just gotta stay
Yeah.
there, just like I'm on base. You can't do anything
I think
else.
you can move, but
It's the principle. The
but yes.
principle of
it
base.
is.
Just freeze.
Does only one attack take disadvantage, or how does that work?
That is a good question that I do not know the answer to.
Yeah, that might be a rules question for Andy.
Is
What's your
Corey
take?
in chat? He would know.
Vicious Mockery, I believe, is only the first attack.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, cool. That makes sense, and
I'll
that's
figure
kind of
that
what I
out.
figured. But yeah, okay, all good. So he's gonna
Yeah,
make
fine.
his first attack.
Yeah, just the first attack. I mean, all of
Okay.
them.
Yeah, right. Yes, definitely. all
Every
of them.
single one. Never again.
Hard
Forever.
actually.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
it's the
that was
first one.
that was a good attack for that to be on. Does a 13 hit you?
Nope.
Okay. All right. So first I rolled a 19. So I had to re-roll that. Now a couple claws coming at you. Does an 18 hit you?
I cast shield.
You do
Cast shield as a
have
reaction,
shield.
boost your armor class, glances off.
Because 18 would have hit me dead on. So I also see this coming in, just like hit a device on my belt, and like another shield layers on top of it.
Fuck.
I can't do this forever, but I can keep this up for a bit.
Oh fuck.
Not all day.
The
That's
next
for sure.
attack. The next attack was a natural 1. So you kind of
Nice.
managed to, glance that off to the side with your shield as well. You kind of pivot on your heel and catch the second arm as it's coming in to hurt you, and you don't take any damage between the disadvantage and your shield reaction. 0 damage.
That's
We
great because I
love-
don't have a lot of hit points left.
We love to see it.
And I will say also this time that smell, in a weird way, the smell of his flesh burning seems to be canceling out that sort of rotting miasma that hurt you last round.
Mm. I love the smell of troll flesh burning in the morning. It smells like victory.
Hazel just yells from the back, "That's disgusting."
Nothing here is great. It's all bad.
He does not care to move. He's still pretty confident, even if that round did not go particularly well for him. So he's staying in place, and it is Ingrid's turn.
All right, damn. I call out to my comrades. I say, how's everybody looking?
Not great.
Their nails are really
Ah.
sharp and they're disgusting.
Yeah, it smells in here. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and cast healing word on Valentine. That is a 1d4 plus my spellcasting ability modifier, which is, oh gosh, so much scrolling. 3. Okay, good to know.
And you're within range to cast that, right?
Yeah, it's 60 feet, so
Oh, heck
Okay,
yeah.
cool.
yeah.
right.
I just say, hey Valley, catch this.
Mm.
Oh, that's a 4. So you get 7
heck.
hit points back.
Thank you.
And then I also say, and watch out. And I start sprinting towards them, and then jump and turn into a bear. And run toward
it.
the baned troll.
Sick.
My bear form, I look like a constellation bear. Like I look like a starry night. I don't like my fur and everything looks like the night sky. And I just have like stars, like sparkles of stars, and a little bear constellation, and my eyes just like are glowing white. And then
Nice.
with my attacks, with the action,
You see the troll kind of glance at you and like size you up, dismiss you as a threat, and then like shift his focus back away from you. This is the incredibly injured one at this point. Shifts his attention away from you, and then here's like you take a step, like your feet hit the ground, and then like it's one foot, and then it's the other foot, and then it's a paw, and another paw, and another paw, and another paw, and it's like much louder, and you're much heavier, and then he hears that coming, and like does turn to look at you, and just surprise all over his face that not only are you a bear, but you are clearly a magic star bear.
Yeah.
Your size does not change though, right?
No.
Okay.
Not. I think bears are medium anyway. Because I'm a black bear specifically.
Oh,
cool. All right. Sounds good.
But as it kind of like looks back at me, it's gonna have like one claw just like smacking it in the face. So I'll go ahead and make that attack. I roll with the bear stats.
What is the healing word action?
It's a bonus action.
Ooh.
It's a bonus action. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What is shape-shifting though?
An action. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, yeah. So I just turned into a bear.
Cool.
And I'm just like, I'm gonna just stand in front of it.
Just in his business.
I got too
Yeah,
excited.
you get up in his business and he is very surprised.
Yeah, I want to like stand up as a bear and just like
beautiful.
Which Hazel understands.
Yes, I do.
As get away from my friends, you ugly smelling fool.
If I may, up in his Bear Grylls.
You may not.
Yes, you may.
Never hurts.
All right, you are now up in his Bear Grylls, and it is actually his turn. I think you have successfully made yourself his new focus by being in his personal space.
Long, to be honest,
we will see. We'll see how this goes. And he's going to try to do all the things. That's going to be a miss. I can tell you that right off the bat. That is probably going to be a hit. I'm just going to roll these out real quick just to see what the case is here. Okay. All right. Well.
Oh no.
Cool.
Did you,
Oh, he's Baned. I need to.
I was going to say, did you take Bane into account?
Yeah.
Before you commit this act of murder?
Account.
Yeah.
Hey.
Please. I can only be a bear twice a day.
I'm on
all
a
right.
time limit.
14. Does a 14 hit your armor class, Ingrid?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Does a 13 hit your armor class, Ingrid?
Yes.
Okay,
Ingrid.
well,
I'm baby bear.
I did everything
Ingrid,
I could.
Ingrid, we gotta get you a jacket.
I have a leather jacket, but not
true.
as a bear.
What is the downside of turning into a bear? Is that humans have armor.
I do have,
all right. How many hit points do you have left? Just out of curiosity, asking for a friend.
Does entering Dimitri's
so
bubble?
As a bear, I have 19.
Does Dimitri's bubble take effect?
Unfortunately, it takes effect when the thing occurs. Yeah.
Okay. Then you are going to drop to 0. It's going to be between the two attacks. It's going to be a total of 24 slashing damage.
Okay, so I don't drop to 0. I just turn back into Ingrid. I'm like, oh,
okay.
Damn it.
You're just standing there like,
oh, that's sick.
I'm still standing like this. So I don't realize anything's going on.
No, I think what happens is like you run up as a bear and you kind of like climb, you kind of like drop back on your hind legs and you raise your bear claws over your head to like get ready to attack it, and it just kind of like 1-2s you in the gut, and then you lose your star form as it hits you. That's sick though. I don't know if I ever realized that. So you just turn back. You don't like.
Mm-hmm.
Sick.
So
cool.
Basically when you wild shape, you gain like the HP of the animal, and then that HP goes down.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then your health points go down. So.
Well, that's very cool. I have never run. I've never run a game for a druid in 5e before, so that's very good.
I don't know why not. Druids are the best.
Druids make Really good
To be-
tanks.
To be fair, this is only my second 5e game.
Fair enough.
All right, cool.
RIP.
Hazel, it's your turn.
Yeah, so saw that. Didn't love that. Also saw that it's mostly pretty fucked up at this point, so I'm gonna hope that somebody else can do some fire on troll number 2 this round, because I am going to continue to cast the one fire spell that I have that I can cast without using a reaction. And I'm gonna shoot it.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about Hellish Rebuke for a second, and I was just imagining you like sort of walking towards it slowly, just being like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Well, the thing is, I can Hellish Rebuke is only on reaction. So it is so technically
Okay, gotcha.
I have two fire spells, but I can only use one of them if they hit me.
Yeah.
So
makes sense. Very cool.
It's discouragement for them to hit me. Yeah, no. Does an 18 hit?
Yes.
Okay.
Hitting these guys is not the problem.
Yeah. They're just beefy. And they smell disgusting.
They smell nasty.
Oh.
Yeah.
But those are 10s on both dice, so that's 20 points of damage.
Excellent.
Hell yeah. 20 points of fire damage.
So
Holy
yeah,
shit. All right, cool.
It hits Ingrid, turns her back into a bear, and Hazel just straight up goes, all right, that's it. And just like one of these, her eyes flash the silver, and just like exploding like into its chest is just a fire.
Okay, yeah, it's like a little it's like a little moat, right?
Yeah. It says a moat of fire is how it describes
it. So yeah,
it.
what I'm thinking is that you like what I'm thinking, and tell me if you don't like this, is that you sort of hurl the moat at it, and it like is, you know, roaring and challenge down at Ingrid. You hit the moat, like hits its open mouth, and it like swallows it, and you hear it kind of like coughing as it burns on the way down, and then it kind of just goes off inside of it. And I'm going to say that it does sort of the force of it does sort of explode its chest cavity open. It is not dead. It does not drop, but it is incredibly injured. And it is still just sort of going. You get the impression more based on like animal instinct than anything else at this point. Any reason or cognizance this thing had is completely out the window and gone. Is that everything you were doing?
Let me check one thing real quick.
Okay. Once again, I think it's kind of looking down at this wound, almost waiting for it to start healing, but nothing is coming. Nothing is happening.
Good. We love that.
It looks more stunned about that than anything.
Yeah, because the only bonus action I have is 2-up and fighting, but I would have had to have hit with it says when you take the attack action, and I don't think a cantrip counts, so I cannot do anything else. I cannot shoot him with the regular gun.
No, you could move if you wanted to, but I mean, you're in a fairly good position as you are.
I'm in kind of the ideal spot to be right now.
That's totally fine. Ambrose, you see Hazel explode this thing's stomach straight out across the snow.
And I think with that, Ambrose is like, Hazel, you might be the bane of my existence, but you're really useful in a fight, and I'm going to touch you, and so I need to keep you standing. And they're going to touch you and cast Cure Wounds for the maximum 14 hit points that I can roll for that. And then Ambrose... And then Ambrose is going to look to Ingrid and say, Ingrid, you're still my favorite furry, and give you bardic inspiration.
I don't know what that means, but thank you.
I'm not furry at the moment, but I sure do appreciate the thought.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to have to educate you. It's fine. It's fine.
On what?
Not in my game.
Are you sure about that?
Shopping
I'm
episodes,
not.
okay? We have free education.
Are you sure about that?
I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about
Listen,
anything.
this is getting you all back for Dead
No,
in the
that's
Water.
I deserve that.
Nice.
Ambrose, big round, healing and inspiring. And Valentine. You're up.
Cool. I'm going to have Dimitri. As part of the bonus action, he can move a little bit up to 15 feet. I'm just going to have him move like right here.
Okay.
Yes, a little closer. Why not? So Dimitri moves a little closer, and Valentine just yells, "Dimitri, rotisserie mode!" And you see like little whirling devices that were generating that little shield go away. The temp HP stays till the end of the fight, but the cannon goes down, and just a large flamethrower barrel comes up with like a lit pilot light, and it's going to cast basically a spell called flamethrower, or an action called flamethrower. So 15-foot cone.
The base of it is made out of a burner from a Boston Market. It just says Boston Market on the side of it.
Yep. But just hits this 15-foot cone out of a roll 1. And it needs to make a dex saving throw, DC 14.
Okay. It's not good at that, and it's baned. So
Nice. I love Bane.
That's a very good spell.
It rolled pretty well, actually. What is the save?
DC 14.
14. Okay. Fuck. Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. So it failed, but
Heck yeah.
would it have still taken damage even if it made the save?
It would take half if it succeeded.
Okay, it would take half. All right. Well, either way, it failed. But I was curious if you would have been able to take it out even if it had made it.
10 fire damage. It's 2d8.
Okay. Dimitri pops out this little fire cannon flamethrower thing and, plays another little song. The troll looks down at it with its like one good eye, its entrails spilled across the snow. You see it's like one good eyebrow that has not been like torched off of its face, sort of furrow in confusion. And then Dimitri just unleashes fiery hell and consumes the troll's head in the blast. Its headless body collapses, just sort of falls over with like a boom onto the snow.
And as Dimitri finishes the attack, there is the sound of a ding, like an egg timer going off.
Hell yeah.
And then I love this thing so much.
It's incredible.
It's so good. It's also handheld if you get crazy. So, but that's for a different time. And then I'm just gonna like nod approvingly and turn back and just shoot Troll 2 again with the arcane pistol.
Okay.
Sam, it was basically casting firebolt through gun.
All right.
Does a 15 hit?
I'm pretty sure it does. It does.
Okay. Dope.
Nice.
19 fire damage.
Okay.
Because
Nice.
yeah. Fun fact about artificers: you get a bonus D8 if you cast with an arcane firearm, which is dumb.
And yet.
That's pretty dumb.
Yeah.
I'm not sad about it.
It is pretty dumb though. You're right. Okay, cool. So you blast this thing with a gout of fire out of your arcane pistol, and it is going to burn once again. That fire, as it spreads across the body, not only does this thing roar in pain, as this entire forest has come to be filled with just the screams of burning trolls. But once again, the fire seems to be overtaking these spots of rot that have been like forming on its body and stopping the rot from happening as the flesh is charred and blackened under it. Very good turn, Dimitri. Okay turn, Valentine.
No, Dimitri's the VIP here.
All
Or
right.
MVP.
Good job. Good job to both of you.
Damn. All right. Well, seeing its fellow fall, I don't think this troll is crazy about that. And I think he looks at your fire-breathing robot and looks at you with your fire-shooting gun, and Hazel, who has exploded its friend's belly, and then Ambrose and Ingrid are there too, and is I think is gonna try to run. I think he's gonna try to leave this situation where he is clearly outnumbered, and there's a lot of fire on the board here.
Like a bitch.
Exactly like a bitch, actually.
Don't start what you can't finish.
Yeah, I mean, that is fair. So, I mean, he's going to move away. It's really your call if you want to try to stop him from doing that in some way.
Our job dictates that.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's our
No, he's going down.
Okay.
Yes.
I mean, we'll see how it plays out. But that he's going to try to do that. Now, I believe he is going to leave Dimitri's. I'm not Dimitri. He's going to leave Valentine's threatened area. So Valentine at least is going to be able to attack. But then he's going to move away, and he's got a big stride. So Valentine, what are you doing?
I'm just gonna shoot him with like a regular bullet.
Okay.
Like I don't have time to put like another arcane round into the chamber. I just fire the next thing that's in there as he's moving away.
Okay.
Does a 12 hit?
Does 12 hit? 12
I
does
can roll
not
again
hit,
if you want me to.
actually.
Okay. I think I'm surprised by the fact that he steps back. Like I'm getting ready for him to lunge in again. I like pull the trigger and he just starts running, and I just shoot over his shoulder. I'm like, "Hey, where are you going?"
Yeah. He fully turns tail and is going to try to run. Now, what I will say is going to happen is that as he tries to run away from you, and you all are clearly like you're shooting after him, you call after him like, "Hey, where are you going?" He is going to attempt to move away. I need you to catch up. There we go. All right, cool. So he's going to attempt to move away. He's going to run and make it about this far. And then the blonde woman who's kind of been standing on the sidelines watching all of this with your sanctuary spell up is going to very steely-eyed step into his path. And she is not going to take any aggressive action towards him. She's just going to stand there with that sort of sanctuary barrier that you created around her and impede it. And the troll, despite maybe his better judgment, is not going to be able to resist stopping to try to attack her. Sanctuary is still going to take effect, though, so he has to try to overcome that, which is wisdom, correct?
Yep, DC 14.
All right. I'm 99% sure that's a fail. Yeah, that's a fail. He rolled an 8. So, actually, he rolled a 5. That was a 6. Not a
Cool.
So yeah, he like swings. So the woman with her very like neutral expression, maybe a slight smirk on her face, steps into his path, just kind of arms out at her side. He kind of like takes a few lumbering steps and slows down, and raises one of those arms that are too long for his body. He's going to try to bring it down as sort of like a hammer blow on her head, and it is going to strike the barrier that you have created around her and just stop his attack cold. His fist like rebounds off of it, and he stands there for a second looking a little stunned, a little rattled, and his mistake dawns on him, but his turn ends there.
Done fucked up.
Which
now you fucked
which
up.
means it's
Now you
Ingrid's
fucked up.
turn.
Now you fucked up.
I watched the troll fall in front of me and the other ones start running away. And I just run over. I stand next to Valentine. And I yell out to the lady. I say, excuse me, ma'am. Sorry about this. And then I push my hands into the ground and then lift them up, and I cast Spike Growth. So that's a 40-foot circle.
Does
Okay.
Sanctuary protect her from that?
It doesn't stop AoEs.
Oh,
It's only
no.
targeted attacks.
It's less of an AoE and more of a if it runs, it's gonna hurt. So she might take a little bit of damage like at the beginning, but afterwards he can't run basically. I don't know if I can draw on this map. Oh, I can. I don't know how big. Okay, wait. Oh,
so it's all circles, right? So if it'll tell you if you start expanding, like making something bigger, it'll tell you how many feet it's occupying.
It's not telling me, but I'll stop there, and you can.
Interesting.
Oh my god! I made another one. I'm so sorry. I don't know how to stop it. I can't stop it. I can't stop.
It is all right. I may actually not be able to.
Big enough, to be honest.
I may actually not be able to do that. Oh wait, actually, hold on. You know what? We're not going to worry about that. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to put some swords out, and we're going to make that 40 feet.
Just 40 feet, please.
Just 40
feet swords.
Thank you.
So
casual.
That is going to be 40 feet.
And I'm going to. Oh, perfect. Can I move that?
Yeah, you should be able to move
I can.
it.
Okay. Cool. I'm going to actually center it about here. So that if he wants to run anywhere, he's gonna run back to us.
Nice.
Cool.
The giant swords.
They're sharp.
And it's the ground basically becomes spiked, but it's covered in snow. It's camouflaged, so unless he's like actively looking for it, he doesn't notice.
Okay.
It looks natural, basically.
Reasonable.
Well, actually, it says he can make a perception check if he wants to see if he can recognize it as hazardous terrain. But
he's got a lot going on right now, and he's not the most observant guy on the best of days, so I wouldn't worry about it.
I was gonna say, is it like the grass from Aeon Flux?
It's like
that name.
Really spiky grass.
Did I not mention that he has hands for feet?
Oh no.
So basically every 5 feet he moves.
Yeah, he takes 1d4 damage.
He takes 2d4.
2d4 damage, damn. All right. Cool.
Heck yeah.
It
that's
also
good to know.
When a creature moves into or within the area. So I'm assuming it just doesn't take effect until it's his turn.
Yeah, probably. I mean, yeah, so you just cast it. He would have to move for it to do anything.
Right. So it's basically a safe point for us. We can just.
So yeah, essentially, if he wants to move out of it,
we can surround him.
Yeah. So if he wants to move out of it, basically he's going to have to take 8d4 damage.
Yeah. Also, real quick, after I do that, and just say that we can surround him, I kind of want to do like a head swivel around to see if I can spot that lady.
Okay.
Frostbite Franny.
Frostbite Franny. I know you're out there.
You just created a new cryptid. Congratulations.
I like it.
I heard about you. Hazel told me. Oh my god, I can't. Oh wait, I know what it's a 15. I don't know why I'm scrolling to look for perception when I know it.
You don't see any evidence that she is anywhere around you. Okay. Cool. So if that is Ingrid's turn, Hazel, top of the round.
Alrighty. So it is where he is now. He's still within my range for Firebolt. However, just to kind of not put myself in a worse position later, I'm going to move my 30 feet closer.
Okay.
25 feet. I'll move to here because he got them long arms. So he is still in my range and would presumably be in my range if he tries to run again. And I will, once again, just kind of like, Hazel just like gestures at him. Her eyes do the little flash of silver. And she's like, you can't run from this now.
Okay.
– 14 points of damage.
Okay. 14 points of fire damage. Very cool. Yeah, so you blast him in the back with more fire, which just agitates him more. Again, he seems like he's clearly going to try to keep running. It's not his turn, so he can't yet. But like, he doesn't look back at you. You blast him with fire in the back. His priority seems to be getting away. And you don't know if he notices the spikes or not, but he motions, he winds up to try to like knock the woman out of the way so that he can keep running. And that is going to be Ambrose.
So we are going back to Vicious Mockery, and Ambrose is going to follow suit with Hazel and move forward and join the group if I can manage to do that. And as they get in range, they're just going to look at the troll and say, you know, for all of your faults, I thought trolls weren't cowards. You proved me wrong. Take the death you deserve.
Yeah. You hear just very quietly over everything. You hear just like a, oh.
Shame.
All right, let's keep him.
Shame. No.
We can't do experiments on him, so no, we're not keeping him.
Literal emotional damage. So he needs to save, right? Wisdom?
Yep. Charisma. Yes.
Charisma.
No. Yes. Let me double check.
It doesn't matter. He rolled a 3. It doesn't matter.
Shame. Let's see how much.
If it is charisma, he got a 0.
Hell yeah.
Incredible. Incredible.
You fool.
It is wisdom, sadly, but incredible.
Damn. All right.
So
and
that
he
is
got a 2.
So that is going to be 4 psychic damage at disadvantage.
Just piling it on. He has disadvantage now once again. Blowing through the rounds here. Ambrose, you do that to him. Valentine, you're up.
All right. What's the distance here? Oh yeah, it's still within range.
Definitely.
I think Valentine just kind of takes a step forward and is like, "What, too good to run? Start something to finish something," and like loads another round and just fires a normal pistol round at him. And then it's going to do a bonus action for Dimitri, but ooh, I'm going to take it. A 9 doesn't hit.
A 9 does not hit. Sadly.
Yeah. I fire just to intimidate him. That's what I do there. Yeah. And then I'm going to give Dimitri a command as well to move. Kind of just roll over the barbecue troll with his little track wheels.
Oh, baby. He's so cute.
And just yell back, Dimitri, blast it. And then once again, the cannon changes out to like a large looking ballista. But at the end, there's like a weird, almost electromagnet looking thing that whirs up and generates a shitload of force that just fires down this like almost railgun ballista that fires a force bolt at it.
The phrase railgun ballista.
It's a force ballista is what it's called.
That is a
chef's kiss.
the mental image, the feeling that phrase just invoked.
So fun fact, when I made this character, I said, hey, Will, can I make dumb guns the theme of this character? And he was like, go nuts. And I was like, okay. Here we are.
Like, it's 5 sessions. Do dumb guns.
Dumb
It's incredible.
guns. That is 17.
That's a hit.
Hail him.
All right. 2d8 force. And he moves 5 feet from the hit, which I think he'll take damage from.
Okay. He will take damage from that.
Drag him through the grass.
Only 6 damage, but force damage.
Okay. 6 force damage. Boom. Your bolt hits him, and he forces him to take a step forward, I'm going to say, but like he can't exactly move forward because the sanctuary lady is in his way. So he's going to kind of be forced like to the side and end up like pretty much right there, but 5 feet over. And then he is going to take that damage. So it's your effect. Do you want to roll it?
Yes, please. Unless I roll like garbage, in which case you can roll.
Okay, cool. Yeah, sounds like a good deal.
It's hold on. It's 2d4 or it's 2d. Wait, hold on. It's
2d4.
It's 2d4, right? Okay.
Yeah, it is. I have it up here.
Okay, perfect. My brain just like, okay, that's 6.
Nice.
All right, 6 more piercing damage.
Yay! Get him.
Hell yeah.
Then he dies.
He is not dead, but he notices the spikes at this point, and he's not happy about that. However, what I'm going to say is that since he was moved 5 feet over by the force of that blast, he is now going to be able to sort of juke past the woman, or at least try to. And he's going to try to get as far away as he can. He's going to take 8d4 damage for moving all the way through the spike growth effect. But he's going to try to keep hauling ass after that. So roll 8d4 if you want to.
Okie dokie. Ahoy.
I'm gonna menace him forever.
Yes.
Actually,
it does become, just so you know, it does become difficult terrain, so he can only move half.
I was tracking that, so he can only make it to the very edge of it.
Oh, great. That's still in range.
So is it still 8d4?
It's still 8d4.
Okay, that's... I rolled 3 4s, so that's incredible. 4, 4, 4. That's what, 12.
Mm-hmm.
This is only half. I'm gonna have to do 4 at a time. Okay. Hold on, math. 12 plus 3 is what? 15.
15
plus another round. Not so great this time. Okay. Wow. Literally the opposite. So 15.
Dice gods giveth and the dice gods taketh away.
Yeah, literally. 18. Oh, a straight 20.
20 damage?
Yeah, total.
Oh, well, the second one was more than you did the first time. You said that wasn't as good.
No, it's 20 total. So
it's only another 5.
Okay, you got 5.
It's only what? Right, it was 20... like 8 or 5 more. Yeah. 20 total. He roars in pain, but he powers through it. His feet stomp the ground and leaves these bloody tracks in the snow. The blood that you can see left behind is more of a blackish color than it is red. But he gets to there, and that is as far as he can go because it's difficult terrain. And that's his entire turn. So we're doing this again. Hazel, top of the round.
Hazel comes up to here. And she kind of like shrugs and she goes, "You can keep running. But at this point, I'll just fly after you if you don't die with grace."
Hardcore.
And I'm going to shoot him again with Firebolt. This is
incredible.
Go for it.
And it's a 21. I assume that hits him.
Oh, that definitely hits, yes.
Yeah. Here's my thing.
I'm so interested to see if you actually managed to do this. It's possible, I think, at this point, but I'm not sure.
Well, that's a 10, and that's a... Does 17 kill him?
It does not. but it's not good.
Rude.
All right. You blast him with fire in the back as he is running across these spikes that are impaling his feet, which are hands, as previously mentioned. And
Yep.
So cursed.
Disgusting.
But you're just a casual movie to
He'll
watch with your
strangle you
father.
for sure with those.
but I mean, he does not stop, and it is clear to you that this one, whether it has something to do with the fact that like he appears to be actively rotting from the inside when you're not burning him, can take a lot more punishment than his friend.
That's fair, but this is our job. They made
I
the
get
ley
it.
lines super red. Can't let
Listen,
that
I get
stand.
it. It's true. Well, did they make the ley line super red,
did they?
or was it something else?
Could have been the
It was
ghostly-
frostbite for Annie.
Could have been frostbite for Annie.
Hard to
We'll
say.
get her next.
Damn you.
She's on the list.
Or a third, even worse thing. Who knows?
This
Is that
blonde
Hazel's
woman,
whole turn?
is she a lawyer?
She doesn't not look like a lawyer.
Oh no.
Let's kill her. All right.
No.
Hazel,
Okay, my bad.
that's you're fire bolting, and that's it. You good?
How far did
You
it move?
moved,
5,
and then
10?
you fire bolted, right? So
But I think
I
we
can
went
hear
down.
you.
okay.
We
Yeah,
went
the
down
stream
on
dropped for a
Twitch.
second. It
Yeah.
should be back.
Oh no.
It says we're back.
Yeah.
It might just
Yeah,
take a
I
second.
said
yeah.
Yeah.
And we did it. The combat's over. Ah!
We actually won.
I thought it was going to be
D&D.
over a long time ago. I was not expecting you all to hound this poor
To
troll.
Sounds
It's,
I was-
it's
I
our
was-
job.
Did
It's
you
our job.
did you forget where you made us sit through taking all these oaths to not let the shit just
No.
like
No,
Honestly,
I didn't forget.
I blame the troll. I blame
Yeah,
the troll
sure,
for being
yeah,
a coward.
sounds like victim blaming, but okay. This innocent troll
I
was just
seem to
minding his own
remember-
business when y'all just showed up and started burning him.
I seem to remember taking an oath.
Yep.
It is Ambrose's turn.
So I think what Ambrose is going to do is first kind of move opposite from where Hazel went. And they are going to do something a little different. I think what they are actually going to do is call out to the troll. Sure would be a shame if your exit were also on fire, and cast minor illusion of a fire right in front of him.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Come on back through the grass.
Absolutely incredible.
Interesting. Okay, cool. So that's minor image?
Minor illusion, yep.
Minor
It can be
illusion.
a
Okay, cool.
5-foot cube
Oh
diameter.
my
So it's not
Yeah.
super big, but they're hoping it's going to throw it off
Sure.
enough with fire in front and spikes behind.
Literally
That's-
hot damn.
That's genius, dude. Wow.
That is very, very smart, and I dig it a lot.
That is
Okay, you
high
create the illusion of
IQ.
fire. You create the illusion of fire right in this thing's path, and it's not happy about it. It does leap back, I think, instinctively away from it. It does not have the opportunity right now to examine it and determine if it is an illusion or not.
Mhm.
So, you doing anything else, Ambrose, or just creating the illusion of fire?
Just creating the illusion.
Cool. Valentine. And then I will say it's Valentine, and then it's the troll.
Dope.
Kill him, Valentine. Kill him.
The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually fix Dimitri's icon real quick. I made a
Okay.
mistake when I brought that out. Just going to add that there.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Hell
good.
yeah.
All right.
That Raph just drew.
I'll
Just
just
amazing.
zoom in.
Oh,
It's so good.
he's
I
so
love it.
cute.
I didn't mean to move him.
Oh, Newt,
I love him so much.
boy.
And that's his actual size now.
Perfect. Yeah, so that seems reasonable to me. I'm down.
That was so cool. I was just like, nope, I want to. That needs to be out there.
Absolutely.
So
I support
awesome, amazing work. And then Do I have to move?
He is 40 feet away from so he is 50 feet away from Dimitri.
Oh crap!
Mm.
You know what I didn't do? I didn't write down my ranges. I can also ignore. I can do double range on pistols.
Okay.
I'm just gonna shoot him again.
Hello.
Sounds good.
With a firebolt through the gun. That's 14.
That's a miss.
14? Rude.
14 is a
Okay,
miss.
I'm going to ask Dimitri to also blast him again with that. What did I say? Railgun force ballista? Yeah.
The ballista railgun.
Railgun ballista, or ballista railgun, yes.
Yeah, just. And another just pure bolt of force. That's a 23.
Get him, little guy.
That
God,
is
Dimitri,
a hit.
you rock.
That is a hit.
Wreck
Right.
him.
Dimitri kind of be wrecking.
Dimitri is the MVP for this one.
He's so
sadly,
cute.
there's only 5 damage.
He's so cute.
All right.
But he's pushed back another 5
That-
feet into illusionary fire.
True.
Pros and cons.
Which is pretty reasonable, because I'll say that it is his turn, and obviously what he's going to try to do is roll to interact with it and do his best to fucking disbelieve it. So my guy here is gonna
Ya boy.
do his best. My boy,
The strong boy.
gonna do his best. He's gotta make a intelligence check.
Come on, little man. Can't do it.
He has disadvantage again? No, that already happened, right? Or did you?
Mhm.
But yeah, okay, cool.
I think that already happened, yeah, sadly.
All he did on his turn was run. So, well, actually, no, it wouldn't go away, right? Because it.
Yeah, it has to be the next attack.
Oh, it has to
Yeah.
be the next action. Okay,
I
all right. That seems reasonable. Okay. He either way, he got a 4. So
Nice.
he does not disbelieve it. He thinks it is fire. I am going to make a judgment call, and I'm going to say that he, as he has done with everything else, he does think it's real fire, but he is going to try to power through it, escape from you all, and figure shit out after the fact. So he is going to once again take his full movement. He's going to run, try to get away from you. I'm going to say, unless anybody says otherwise, unless anybody has anything that they want to do immediately that they think would counteract
I can do
this,
something.
is it a reaction? Because it's his turn.
No.
Okay.
I go right after
You do
him,
go right
right?
after him. You do go right after him. What is the thing that you're thinking about doing?
I'm just gonna guide and bolt him. 120 feet.
Okay. That you will be able to do even without moving. He's about 40 feet away right now. And then he is going to move 60 feet away past that. So what I'm going to say is going to happen. He makes a break for it. He pushes. Back if you want, Ingrid. He is still within range on your turn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm gonna do that now. I just yell out. Yes.
And some of this. And some of this.
Take that, motherfucker.
That's it. Okay, that's gonna be 4d6. I only have 2d6 in my hand. Okay, that's fine. I'll just have to hunt for some more later. first roll is a 7 and plus 10, so 17 damage.
Okay. 17 damage, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And technically the next roll is made with advantage, but I don't know if that's even relevant as far as like he's gone.
So he is, I'm gonna say this, all right? I'm gonna say this. He is about 100 feet away from both Hazel and Ambrose. Farther for anybody else. Does anybody have anything with that range?
Firebolt is 120 feet.
Also, I cannot get the image of Hazel just flying through the air and just firebolting this thing from above out of my head. I was like, yeah, run. I want to see how this goes.
Yeah.
It's Hazel's turn
Fly is something that I have. So I can menace him for the rest of his short life if this
so it is
firebolt
Hazel's
does
turn
not
next.
kill.
I am going to say, Hazel, it's your turn next. Firebolt has a tremendous range. You can try this. If it does not kill him, which it is possible that it will, he's gone. He is going to get into the woods and the deeper coverage, and you're not going to be able to find him even flying overhead.
That's fine. I will not chase him if he gets out of my range, but the fact that he is still here.
He is still just barely within your range. You can try.
As long as he is still technically within range, I'm gonna. And the guiding bolt's on there, so it's with advantage, right? So
yes,
it is.
Murder.
So how do natural 20s work again?
Oh my god, yes.
Because I rolled a 20 and a 4, so
incredible.
Incredible.
We're not playing one. We're not playing 1D&D, so spells can crit.
It's all rollable dice.
Yeah,
heck yeah,
it is. So roll 2 times the normal firebolt damage.
What, 4d10 at this point?
Yeah, that's 4d10.
Yes, 4d10.
My God.
It's 11 for the first 2.
Hot damn.
17 for the second. So that is 28 points of fire damage from Hazel. Just
He's over 100. He's 100 feet away from you at this point. He is in like the wood covering, but the trees are not quite dense enough for him to for you to not have a clear shot. And right as he goes to take that next step, he clearly, you get the sense that he kind of thinks he's gotten away. And you take aim. Tell me how you do it, but I'm picturing Hazel sighting, down the you've got the spirit gun from Yu Yu Hakusho and just sighting down your own finger.
Incredible, yeah.
What does Hazel say as she does this? Oh, it's kind of fucked up. So I think what Hazel does is he keeps running and she sighs and she does kind of stretch and she lines it up and she marks it and she says, I'm tall when I'm young and I'm short when I'm old. What am I? And then after she shoots the troll, in the back of its head and it goes up in flames, she says, as cheerfully as can be, a candle.
Incredible.
Well said.
Yeah, way off away from you. You see this thing, its head goes up in flames and it falls to its knees, and then the rest of its body hits the ground and stops moving, and it is quiet in the clearing. I think we're going to take a quick break. It's late in the game for us to take a break, but that you were dogged in your pursuit of that second troll, and I did not think I
We love
thought
our
he was gonna
jobs.
get away. Honestly, he had 15 hit points left, so if you had not rolled that crit, it was very possible that you would not have managed
That
to
is
kill him.
Wow, dude. Wow.
Guiding
Times
bolt,
20.
guiding bolt coming in fucking clutch.
Mhm.
Incredible.
Incredible teamwork, and yeah, we're gonna go away for 10 minutes. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere for more chaos. Just sit right there, and we'll see you in just a few. Hello, everybody. We're back.
Hello.
How are you? We are gonna go a little bit longer. Still gonna try to wrap up at the normal time, but we just needed to shake off the dust from that long drawn out fight. So shake it off. All right, cool. Thanks for sticking with us. Yeah. So you have two corpse trolls. Nope. Reverse that. 2 troll corpses. And and the woman standing there still sort of under that barrier of energy. And she is specifically, I'm going to say, looking at you, Hazel, with a very approving expression on her face. Now that things are a little bit quieter, you get a better look at her. And even though she is looking a little bit worse for wear, a little bit banged up, like she's got some, there's some dirt like on her face from rolling around in the ground. Her clothes are a little messed up. Her hair is also a little out of place. You can still tell that she would be, she is still, for all of that, just an incredibly beautiful woman. She is just starting to approach middle age visibly. You can see that she's got some like crow's feet at the corner of her eyes. She's got some smile lines on her face, but still just a very beautiful woman who clearly has like taken very good care of herself. And yeah, like I said, long blonde hair that's a little bit messed up at this point. Blouse, gray suit pants. The jacket has been effectively destroyed, and she is barefoot.
DM, I would
Yes.
like to cast Detect Thoughts.
Interesting.
Ooh, fun.
All right. You can try to do that. And that is a saving throw. What saving throw is that?
Wisdom DC 14.
Okay. All right. You attempt to cast Detect Thoughts. Now, we have discussed the fact that Ambrose's magic is very subtle. What does this look like for you?
I think for this, Ambrose, almost under their breath, says, I would sure love to know what you're thinking.
Okay. And there is a material component as well.
Yes, I always forget that.
It's okay. It's a copper piece, which I think in this case would be a penny. It's a very cute thing. Penny for your thoughts. I like that.
I never put that together.
I've never put that together.
That's
Oh, yeah.
incredible.
Oh, yeah.
That is incredible.
I don't normally pay too much attention to material components, but I really liked the drop of blood thing that Ambrose did earlier for the other spell. So I like the idea of rolling with this. So
yeah.
What do you do? So there's a penny involved somehow. What are you doing with it?
Yeah, I think they take the penny out of their pocket, and as they say the words, they just kind of flip the penny up and catch it in their hand.
So you say the words, and then without even looking at you or really breaking her gaze from where she's looking at Hazel, the woman is going to reach.
I think when Hazel sees that, she doesn't know what Ambrose was doing, but she can kind of like assume that it was something, because I don't think Ambrose is the one to just do things just for the shits of it. They seem very deliberate. So what Hazel's going to do instead is just smile at the woman and say, "You are dressed absolutely terrible for being in the woods in the snow. What are you doing out here?"
I will confess, she says, after a moment, I was not expecting to be out here. She points west, which is just into like a copse of trees. The clearing is kind of surrounded by trees, and there's like one path that leads into it and then another path that leads out of it where the troll was running and you stopped him. But she points in the opposite direction off into the woods, not on a path, and says I'd guess about 2 miles that way, you would find my car, where it was flipped over by these creatures. They pulled me from the driver's seat and dragged me here.
That's a really interesting accent you have. Where are you from? Not from Ohio, surely.
Not originally. No, I'm from England.
Can I, while Hazel is having this conversation, with the lady, can I just be doing I just want to do an insight check. Like I'm watching specifically like her mouth move, because I can read lips really well.
Yes.
So I think I want to just like, I can feel the tension in the air. And spike
Sure.
growth is still active. It lasts for 10 minutes. So I haven't willingly taken it off yet, just in case.
I'd like to join in on that insight.
Yeah, I was going to say, so would Ambrose.
Okay, good, because I rolled a nat 1.
All right, calm down. Jeez.
That's +6, which is 7. So
Valentine's like found a nearby rock or something to sit on to catch his breath, and is very interested in the conversation. But now that the adrenaline's gone, is very hurt. It's just taking a second to kind of like let that even out.
Yeah, pop those good berries.
Oh
Absolutely.
yeah, I eat those good berries. Good to thank you.
Yeah, 3 points.
Just snacking. That's a solid 7 for me.
I got a 17.
Okay, good.
Good snacks.
What did Ingrid get?
Thanks.
You told me, I think.
Frozen grapes.
She got a nat 1.
Oh, I
Yeah,
got
nat
that
one,
one.
right,
Plus
right.
6 is 7. So
Sure.
yeah, nat
Yeah.
1.
Okay, cool. Okay. Yeah, none of you get like the impression she's lying or anything like that. But yeah, she, I think, is going to very, very carefully make her way through the spike growth out of that area. And as she does so, she will pull off the little brooch thing that you launched at her that created the sanctuary effect and hand it to you, Valentine.
Oh, thank you. Take it back, kind of clip it back on my belt.
That's a very
right.
interesting device. Actually, all of these are very interesting devices. And you all, very interesting as well.
Thank you. Are you okay?
Yeah, your feet, you're barefoot. You must be bleeding a lot from a spike growth. Sorry.
No, I think I'm fine. She does look down, and there are some cuts on her feet, but she was stepping carefully enough to avoid causing any real damage to them. But yeah, she is a little hurt, bleeding very, very shallowly into the snow. And she said, "Oh, the snow. I'm afraid must have numbed me. I didn't even notice. My shoes should be around here somewhere. I picked them off when I tried to run."
I think Valentine, in an attempt to be helpful, will kind of like take a bit of a lap. I'm not going to go out of line of sight, but just kind of like walk around, see if we can find them.
Yeah, you can find them. They're not near each other, but you can find a pair of like, sensible, not terribly high heels.
Okay. And it's just doing that for a minute until he collects them both up.
Cool. You bring them back over, and she will take a seat on, like, there's the log that got thrown earlier and impaled one of the trolls. She takes a seat on that and puts them on. Takes a second to try to like clean up some of the blood, probably with the tatters of her jacket that remain. But she, in doing that, she will continue talking, and she'll say, I really must thank you. I'm not sure what would have happened to me if you'd not come along, but I'm confident in saying that I would have, one way or another, been eaten, most likely.
Oh, more than likely, probably, yeah. No. Yeah, they do that. Unfortunately.
Does this sort of thing happen around here a lot?
Oh, well.
What's your name?
Yes, of course. I'm so sorry.
I'm just not used to starting conversations without really introducing each other.
She like reaches into her pocket as like a muscle memory, clearly, and then like kind of laughs at herself, realizing how silly it is to look for a card right now. And she says, "I'm sorry. My name is Irene Briggs."
It's nice to meet
Briggs.
Briggs, Briggs.
Sorry about that. Your accent's enchanting, honestly, but also hard for me to understand.
Yours is very nice as well.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Irene. You seem a lot calmer than most people would be in this type of situation.
Yeah, I guess the question would be, does this happen around here a lot? Do you see this kind of thing a lot? Because you seem very like...
Yeah, are you all right?
I have not
or is
lived
this
here
shock?
very... I'm sure it's a bit of column A and a bit of column B. I've not lived here that long. I'm not from here originally, as you so astutely observed, and I don't think anything like this has happened to me, but I'm passingly familiar with the I come from.
I don't. Sorry, can we do do you mind if we do a little bit of a huddle? We don't really come across people that understand these things. So, or you know what? Don't even worry about it. And I'm just gonna go ahead and I'll just cast message.
Okay.
The little shadow that's been hanging around with Hazel. It's like,
yeah, there's like a little starry shadow that just you see my shadow stretch off and walk shadow on the floor and walk over to Hazel and kind of pop up and ask is it customary to bring people back to the house? If she knows something.
if she's evil and this is all a lie, the front door will electrocute her.
Seems like a win-win to me.
Yes, I'm sorry.
You said your car was flipped?
Yes, I don't mean to be dramatic, but it is very cold out here, and I...
Yeah. So you're going to need a ride back to town. We can take you back to town.
I take my jacket off. Say, I'm so sorry, ma'am.
I would appreciate that, and if it's not too much trouble, if you could just take me to my office.
Where is your office?
I can give you directions.
Yeah.
It's downtown.
And we can certainly talk as we're walking, but I was wondering, Irene, what brought you to Ohio?
Quite honestly, my my business. This was a very sensibly priced place to move our headquarters, and it seemed to be a mutual benefit. Jobs for the city and a lower end cost of living for my employees.
What is this business that you run?
Oh, I'm afraid, yes. Yeah, I suppose perhaps none of you would have heard of me. No, I'm the owner of In-Bulk Cosmetics.
That's a pagan holiday.
Do you say that?
I think it's Hazel. Yes, Hazel does.
Okay. Yes, it is. It's a sort of a nod to my pagan roots from back home. I'm from a very small town with a very rich history of, well, I suppose hereabouts we might say Druidism.
Hazel loves that type of thing. I'm sure Hazel would love to hear so much more about where you come from.
I have a kind of like a family thing back. My godmother is very, very old school. Ingrid, and I do like this.
Yeah.
Ingrid also likes things, natural and trees and.
I do. I'm a park ranger, ma'am. Well, I was a park ranger. Well, I was living in the woods working as a park ranger. Officially or unofficially, that's up for the government to decide. But
yes, I'm very deeply curious. We've discussed who I am and what it is I do, but what brings four of you out on this day to fight monsters in the woods?
Oh, we work for we're historians.
Yeah, you talking about history a lot before from your town, and honestly, we'd be happy to show you a little bit of our history. And honestly, it's not really common for folks to come out here and see things. So if you don't mind, and I kind of like also turn and say this to the group, maybe we can whip you up some tea. Is that what you drink?
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
I have a lot of tea,
Ingrid.
and yeah, we can take you back to our historical house and warm you up, get you a little bit set before drop you off at your.
I'm sorry. I'm Valentine. I work in the gift shop. I show my like little Ohio merch shirt that I have.
I am more than a little curious about what it is exactly that this society does, and I'm very interested to learn more about it. Is there another way that, is there another time that I could come by, perhaps? I'm afraid today is not ideal. I am expected at work for a very important meeting.
Of course,
Well,
you could come by tomorrow.
Irene, I think it would be really important that we have you come by tonight so we can, first of all, debrief with you about what happened, make sure that you're all right physically, because we wouldn't be doing our jobs if we didn't do that, and then get you that cup of tea, maybe send you off with one of the shirts from the gift shop, and I would like to roll persuasion.
Go for it.
Free merch. Hell yeah.
Yeah, you can take one for free, honestly.
That is a 28.
28 is very good.
Hot damn.
Listen here, lady. We got to get you vetted before
She
we let you
smiles,
loose in society.
She smiles and she laughs a little bit, and not unpleasantly, but pointedly says, yes, tea sounds lovely. It is... She cocks her head as if something's occurring to her, and she says, now that I think on it, it is a bit strange that today of all days I would be snatched up by monsters and dragged into the woods.
Why?
Well, this deal that I mentioned, I mean, I can't speak too much of it. I hope you understand, but it's a real estate deal to expand our operations somewhat, and there are there's a group of locals, shall we say, who have made it clear that they would prefer we not pursue the area that we are looking at.
I mean, that's fair. Gentrification is a severe problem within our community. But maybe we could talk to these locals.
Well, it can be. I don't disagree. I try to be discerning in where we choose to build. I've thought I had done my due diligence, if I'm honest, and I don't mean to sound insensitive here, but these negotiations, to put it more pleasantly, have largely been they've largely hit snags due to a transient population within your city. I don't want to force anyone to move or relocate from where they're comfortable, of course, but I'm sorry, I'm probably babbling and over explaining myself at this point. It's just that we'd already moved ahead in the process, not realizing that there were people living there. And I'm sorry, I'm sure none of this is interesting to you, and maybe it is the shock now that you mention it.
Oh no, it's all fascinating.
Yeah,
Please
I'm
keep
talking. I'm an incredibly nosy person. Do you want to sit in the front or the back?
If you sit in front, you have to pick music.
Back it is then, I suppose.
Policy, actually.
Yes, I'm sorry. You can take me here if you don't mind, and she'll give you an address that's downtown.
Okay.
Yeah, and we'll take you there as soon as we've swung by the Historical Society first.
Ooh, like I said, I really would like to see it, but if you're heading that way, I think it would probably be more expedient for me to simply call a Lyft or an Uber or something.
Well, first off, no one's going to come all the way out here to get you.
It's true. And then we again need to do our job and make sure that you're all right before we send you on your way.
We have a boss. His name's Arthur. If you just... No, Ingrid. We have a boss. His name is Arthur. He will just need to he'll need to meet you, make sure everything's okay. We listen, we understand that you have a job. It's very important to you. This is very important to us. We can't just let you go after something like this happens. It's a containment procedure. I'm sure you understand.
I wouldn't put it quite that way. I wouldn't put it as containment. Debriefing, and the focus on it is making sure that you are all right and you are going to be okay, because sometimes injuries don't show themselves right away. And again, if you were to go back to your office and something catastrophic were to be wrong, that would be on us, and I don't want to live with that guilt.
Also, we don't know what that other woman did to you. Do you remember what the other woman? Do you know what she did to you?
Very, very vaguely, I remember seeing someone else, but I didn't get a good look at them, and I suppose they disappeared. She looks around.
Yeah. Can I make a suggestion? Obviously, it seems like you're trying to get back to your office, and it seems like you have a bit of a day ahead of you. So how about you come back to the house tonight, and we'll give you our address, and if you're comfortable, then maybe we'll send an escort with you to make sure there's no residual shock, EMTs and all them sorts. You should try to do some sort of tests and stuff. I'm afeared that you're gonna, something's gonna come out, your neck's gonna hurt, your back, something. And just the adrenaline of the current situation is what's keeping it from hurting. So maybe if myself or someone else in the group wanted to assist you back to your location, and maybe just stay out by a park bench or something, and then make sure you get, home safe, and then maybe back to the society safely. And
I mean, as I said, I am fascinated to see and hear more about your society, your place of employment. However, I don't think that there's any reason to worry from my health and my safety. Once I get back to my altar, I'll make sure that everything is in order on my own, and I'll be very thorough. I can promise you that.
If I may, the society is on the way. We dropped you there. You get tea. I go back and get your car. Bring it back. You take it. You drive off. Good as new.
Well, the car will not be salvageable. I mean, you won't be able to.
I can fix it.
He's
Fair
incredible.
enough. I mean, I don't doubt it. To be completely honest, I will probably just buy a new one. I wouldn't want you to waste the effort. However, I appreciate everything it is you're trying to do, but I
just heard free car.
Really.
She
did essentially say that. She did essentially say
that. It's your project car now. For the-
Yep.
I really will have to insist. Look, there are a lot of people's jobs on the line. If I don't sign these papers and hear this, I'm afraid that
that's fine.
I'm running short on time as it is.
You have a phone number, right? Sure you do?
Well, yes.
Okay. Can we get your phone number?
Ingrid, get your phone number. Specifically.
Yes. She looks like she hesitates. She hesitates, and like she hesitates in the way that important people hesitate just out of like habit of like, I should not give these strangers my phone number. But she will say specifically to you, Ingrid, yes, of course, I think we should talk again. And she will, I think at that point, find in her pocket a very crumpled business card that definitely is the worse for wear, but still has her phone number.
I cast mending to
legible.
fix it, make it nice.
Aww.
Very cool.
I imagine
take out
you like
my flip phone and start typing in her.
Very good.
Number.
I imagine you like take
crazy
the
thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I kind of imagine you like take the business card and then you like do the thing where you like flick the edge of it and then it's like good as new.
Aww.
Oh, that's very cool.
Start typing in. I'm like,
so the crazy thing I want to ask, as Valentine is driving, he doesn't say a word. He just looks in the rearview mirror at Hazel and Ambrose, right? Because we've been around for a while and we've had to do a lot of strange things in our line of work. So the question, he just kind of looks at them and is like, are you good with letting her go, or am I going to drive this place? I'm driving the car, so like, we're just taking her to the society? It's kind of the like look he gives to the two of you of like,
no, I think if she's gonna promise to come back and Ingrid has the phone numbers, like, at a certain point we are limited by human laws. We will be, she will call the police on us if we don't at this point. So yeah, we'll take her to where she works. We'll know where the building is. So like if we got to come flip it upside down because she's, you know, actually putting like mind control spirits into her perfume, you know, we're gonna have issue with that. But
What a good plot.
Yeah.
What a good plot.
Will's like, fuck.
that's an episode of
mind me.
Scooby-Doo.
Is it
I
really?
shit you not. That's an episode of Scooby-Doo.
Incredible.
Wonderful.
Uh,
Okay, so it kind of gets like the no from Hazel. What does Ambrose do when like Valentine kind of looks back for a second? Like,
I think like Ambrose wavers a bit more, but then just kind of glances over at Hazel, sees the look Hazel's giving, and just kind of like shrugs one shoulder and is like, you know, in a gesture just designed to say, I guess we take her, you know, to her office.
cool. Not hit start on the GPS.
Okay. Very cool. And yeah, you hit start on the GPS. You drive to the address that's listed there. Trying to think. As you do so, I'm going to say that, you know, she sat in the back. Did we establish if anybody's riding shotgun or who's riding shotgun? If so,
I probably am.
What's the
Okay.
music?
yeah, legally you're required to,
It's
true.
Ooh.
which leads me to think it's probably Ambrose riding shotgun more often than anybody else. But it can
Oh,
be
fair enough.
Yeah, I think in this instance they didn't because they wanted to be staying close to Irene.
Mhm.
Mm.
All right. Cool. Yeah. All right. Cool. So then as you are driving, she is going to take out her phone after a little while. She kind of remembers that it even exists. You can sort of see it dawning on her face, maybe as the shock of everything that just happened fades. And the screen is cracked, but it still works. And so she, for most of the ride, will, you know, do her best to answer any questions, but she's clearly very distracted, just sort of typing away at her phone. If you like sneak a peek, you can see that she's just sort of furiously like sending emails and you know, corresponding with a handful of people, one of whom is obviously some type of personal assistant, basically just like sending messages like, I'll be there as soon as I can, just stall them a little bit longer, I'm this far away, also get a fresh suit for me ready, you know, just keep them talking. And yeah, after
Can
sorry, go ahead.
Can I do like a perception check or something of that nature, or maybe just use my passive perception? And when she pulls out her phone, try to see like what her password is, like with her finger movement, or I'm in the
Interesting.
front seat though. I don't know how hard that would be for me, or if that would be like like I'm like I can use a rear view mirror, like I can shenanigan it a little bit, but I don't know how. Like I don't know if she's like
Yeah, no, I
then
mean,
probably not, but
I think you probably could, but I will say that she appears to have it set to like facial recognition,
gotcha.
because
Okay.
obviously it's the latest iPhone,
Of course,
Obviously.
I'm like,
so yeah, so she just like holds it up to her face and then it unlocks and she starts sending emails.
okay, fair enough.
Yep. So yeah, I think a few minutes go by in that way. You're just sort of traveling. It's probably about, I'll say 15, 20 minutes, the way that Valentine drives between the park and downtown. And if the jarring and like terrifying ride startles her or anything like that, she does not show it. She's very absorbed in the messages that she is typing out and sending. And you pull up out front. When the car comes to a stop, though, she does look up and look around and she says, "Oh, yes, perfect, we're here. Look, thank you once again so much. And you know, if there's anything I can do, if your society ever needs financial backing or anything like that, please don't hesitate to reach out. I mean, you literally saved my life." And
I'll give you a call.
As the bookkeeper.
Nice
I-
to meet you.
Yeah.
Yes, we can't wait for your visit.
Yeah, Hazel will be like, Arthur's gonna love you. It'll be great. He'll definitely want to have a meeting. Ingrid
will.
gives the absolute best tours, so you got to come for that.
I also make beef, so
I don't doubt it, and I look forward to it as well.
All right, be safe.
I really must dash. So thank you so much again.
Yeah, be
And,
safe. If your fingers start to get frostbite, please tell us. Bye-bye.
Very cool. She gets out of
Miss
her.
Briggs.
She gets out of her car, and she gets out of your car, and she walks across the pavement and up to her building. She gets a lot of weird looks as she goes, as like disheveled and messed up as she is. Like there's a door person who sort of very clearly like steps up to puts a hand up to like stop her and try to question her, and then realizes who she is. Doesn't immediately recognize her and starts apologizing and moving out of the way. And she's she does her best to like pacify him and convince him that it's fine, but she's also in a hurry, so she doesn't dawdle too long. And then she goes into the building, which has a sign over the top of it. There is the logo of a Celtic knot with these sort of what look like almost like rivets drilled into it around the outside, or I'm sorry, around the inside of the knot itself. And it does, say in a suitably Celtic font, in bulk cosmetics, IMBOLC cosmetics.
Oh, inballs. I heard pinball.
Yeah, I figure it's a weird word.
That's really hard to understand, but that's all right.
Yeah.
How confused was Ingrid then when Hazel went, "Oh, the pagan holiday"? And she's like, "Pinball?
What the? Yeah.
I don't question other people's religion, mate.
Pinball cosmetics?
Let them do what they gotta do.
Ingrid's like, "That's not my business."
Amazing.
Oh yeah. All right. So yeah, you start to drive back to the society, presumably, unless there's anything else you're doing other than heading
She
back
said
to
we
Wick
could get
House.
her car. I kind of want her car,
Yeah.
and
I
not
think
just
we
not
should-
just. I think we go to a car not just for personal reasons, but I think there might be evidence.
I agree.
Hmm.
Okay.
Do we
All right.
have like a tow on this car?
I
Are we
No,
can
this is an
gonna
fix.
SUV.
carry it?
I can rig tow.
Yeah, you
I
can
can
all.
find a way to make that work.
Yeah, for
Like,
sure.
say,
No, I totally agree.
Yeah.
Hazel will say, "It's like, all right, I actually do have to go back to the office. I have reports that I have to turn in."
I actually also don't want to stay for the car. So Hazel, if you wanna, and I turn into a horse, and
Now okay, hold on. You're all right. We're about to end the session, but you were in the car. We established you were riding shotgun.
Just gets out, turns into a horse, rolls right out.
Is this like
You
a
never seen a
BoJack
horse ride
Horseman,
shotgun?
like half transformation, or like?
You're like, "Oh wait, hold
Because
on, let
that
me
just
get out."
makes you. Because that just makes you depressed. That doesn't like let you carry people.
yeah. I guess I'll jump. Jump out of the car to
Okay.
a riding horse.
Sure. There are probably a few people around on the street. Even if you like pull around the corner somewhere less densely populated, somebody probably sees you and like jumps, but then like it gives you a second look. Very much Sunnydale situation. Very much Sunnydale syndrome, where it's like they look and then they immediately avert their gaze elsewhere to not have to confront the fact of what they just saw, and walk a little bit faster away from you.
Oh,
Okay, bye.
bye. Have fun with your car.
We will.
So
We will.
So you were getting Hazel. You were getting on Ingrid the horse and riding back to Wick House.
I can be a horse for like I think an hour or so.
Yeah, I mean that's going to be
with
enough
no
time.
hesitation.
Yeah.
This does not phase Hazel whatsoever.
What a wild move.
Incredible.
Yep. Okay, yeah, you ride a horse bareback through the streets of Avalon and to Wick House.
I'll try to stick to like
It's Ohio.
The
There are Amish people in
touristy-
Ohio. This is not the weirdest
touristy
thing.
areas.
Seriously.
Okay, probably not in Avalon, but that's fine. Yeah, you do not have an issue getting back to Wick House on horseback. Probably takes the better part of an hour, but not an issue because you can't take highways or things like that. Obviously, you kind of have to take the long way, but you get there. You don't seem to attract too much notice, just a lot of weird looks. Ambrose, you are going with Valentine to the car. Cool. So, Valentine, you pull the car away from the curb and start driving towards where Irene would have told you where she told you the wreck was, roughly. You know, there's really only one road that goes alongside the park in the direction that she pointed to. You can get there. As you pull around the corner and start heading towards the road out of the city that leads parallel to the park where she said she got wrecked, your car turns the corner and there is a Ambrose, you're kind of just like looking out the window, and you pass as you turn the corner this person standing on the street, clearly homeless, big like sweatshirt with the hood pulled up, not sitting on the ground, but with enough stuff scattered around them that you can tell this is sort of their spot. Like there's a blanket, there's a backpack, a few plastic bags and things like that. And yeah, as the car rounds the corner, you make eye contact with this person as they look out from the hood, and you just get this impression of incredibly pale skin with a bluish tinge, and these sort of deep set eyes with bruises around them. And like you're not sure if you imagine this or if you actually see it or not, but like you could swear that they flash you that same sort of rigor mortis smile from the depths of the hood. And Valentine, continues driving. You like crane your head to look back, but like you see them standing there, but like with the hood, you can't really see anything else about them. I imagine like Valentine is just sort of talking.
No, if you take Ingrid's tea and vodka, is wonderful, especially early morning, gets the brain really going great before work.
A hot toddy.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, I think at that moment, that impression is where we're gonna call it.
All right.
Yeah.
What a good log.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, very, very good, very long combat, but it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it. Y'all were relentless and it was wild.
I don't know why you seem so surprised.
We did not come to play
either.
It's true.
I know. I know how it goes.
We took oaths. We take that seriously.
Oh, listen, I know. I will say that none of the oaths were like, you'll kill everything on sight and you won't let it escape. Nobody's oath said that.
No, none of them did. But also,
I get it. Listen,
it would have killed. It would kill other people if we let it go.
Sure. I sworn overwhelming firepower was in mine somewhere.
It certainly could be.
Also, my oath was to be the one to walk that line. So my oath specifically, 100% said I should do that shit.
Okay.
And by the
That's
end, it was just
fair.
personal. It was just personal.
100%.
True. So true. All right. Very cool and very good. Thanks so much, everybody, for hanging out with us tonight. Hope you enjoyed yourselves. I know we did. And we are gonna say goodnights, do the outros, and plug some stuff that we have to plug if we have stuff to plug. And cool. Yeah, we're gonna plug some stuff and then call it a night here at Live from the Apocalypse. So I will start us off, I suppose. Hello, once again, my name is Will, one of the GMs and the organizers for Live from the Apocalypse, and you can follow the social account there. I guess the only real thing I have to plug is like Stream Academy H. It's on a lot of the podcast platforms, on all of the podcast platforms, I think. Next Wednesday, also come back for a Digimon game. That is going to be the first session of a game that I am tentatively calling Undestined. Most of the planning for this came about today because this was kind of a last minute endeavor when we realized we had a hole in the schedule. So it's a little more chaotic than our stuff normally is, but yeah, that's next Wednesday. Come back for that. It'll be a good time. It'll be a lot of fun, and it's kind of it's a good mix of players that we've had on the channel before and a good mix of players that we've never had on the channel before. So it'll be a lot of fun. Come check it out. And I think that's pretty much it for me. Next Wednesday, Undestined. JD.
I'm JD. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at JD Not Jason Dean, and you will find me back here at Live from the Apocalypse tomorrow, where I will be playing a good boy named Lucky who doesn't know the difference between sharing and stealing in Dungeons and Doggos.
Oh.
And if you are not joining Live from the Apocalypse for the Tabletopcalypse on Thursday, you can also catch me on the Lost Caravan, where I will be suffering through the third session of Locus, which has promised to be the most brutal one so far. So if you want to see me cry on camera / have a panic attack on camera, please join for that. It'll be a good time. And I think that is it for this week.
That is saying something, because I've seen some of Locus, and it's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Raph.
I'm intrigued.
Go watch all of the Live for the Apocalypse content, and that's you won't find me in anything else. This is a little special treat for you all here tonight. If you want to pretend that you can listen to my campaign tomorrow night at my house, I'm running in private. I'm running session 3 of my private Magical Girls campaign. So
Incredible.
what's up?
Awesome.
That is incredible.
Anyway, watch more Life for the Apocalypse. Good night.
Yeah, do that. Do that. I almost said Kelly. Julia.
It's me. Yeah, so you can follow me at Hexwhat on whatever social media you want. I am mostly active in the Discord, so hang out there. And, just have a good night, everybody.
That's the plug. Have a good night.
Have a good night, everybody.
Have a good
You got
night.
stuff.
You don't have a choice. So yeah, I'm Andrew. You can follow me at BoomManGrenade on Twitter, and I'm also all up in the Discord and all over the LFTA socials there. Big things, as JD mentioned, we're having our debut episode of Dungeons and Doggos tomorrow night. So I'm running that, and I swear it'll be wholesome. I swear I can do it. It's going to be a cute, fun, fuzzy adventure for 3 sessions. So tune in to see that. On Thursday, we're doing another episode of Tabletopcalypse with my good friend Alex, and also a guest star named Michael from the Part-Time Heroes, who are going to talk about tabletop combat and how to, make it interesting and do stuff with that. So feel free to tune in for that. And then random plug for Part-Time Heroes. I'm doing a podcast with them called Shrunked. The first episode is already out, and they're dropping episodes every Friday. So it's just a bunch of kids on bike system people who just got shrunk at a science fair, and it is not going well for us.
That sounds so
I would expect nothing less.
It's very fun, though.
Oh yeah, check it out. Cool, we just shouted out Part-Time Heroes. Awesome. All right, so speaking of the Discord, feel free to join that. It's a great place full of lots of great people. We're all in there to varying degrees. If you want to speculate about Raph's magical girl game, that would be the place to do it. Post your theories in any channel, really, and
All of them.
we would love to read them. And
I would be
you know,
happy
maybe
to
Raph
just tell
will-
you all of my deep dark secrets
Yeah.
about that, because I can't really tell other people. So
Ooh.
So there you go. That's an invitation if ever I've heard one. Follow us on the socials, all of those, and do that. All of that. We're gonna sign off and say goodnight. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. If you joined us for the first time tonight, if you're always here, if you donated or followed us or subscribed or any of that good stuff, thank you so much. It means the world to us, and we really appreciate it, and it helps us keep doing the things that we do here. I should also probably plug the things that actually monetarily support us here. We have a Patreon, and we have merch also, and they're both linked there. Well, that's just the Patreon, but you can find merch on our website, and that's livefromtheapocalypse.com, and there's a bunch of other stuff on there too that you will like if you check it out. That's gonna be it for us. We're gonna disappear, but don't go anywhere. We're gonna raid some people. None of our friends are really streaming tonight, but there is a group that I have found called the GR Crew who are streaming. I believe it's a Call of Cthulhu game. But they also apparently do a lot of charity work as well. So we're gonna hop in and say hello to the GR Crew and just say hi, be friendly, tell them you came from us. There's a raid. Why is it? It's a 1. That's a 1, not a special.
It says no.
Wait. Oh, it's the command on my touch portal. There we go. There are 2 messages in the chat. You can copy paste the first one if you are subscribed. If you are not subscribed, feel free to grab the little red